Yeah. Oh, get got. You could apparently @ me in your stream title, by the way. These are things I learned playing with John because it worked for John. I was like, oh. Oh, what's up, Bear? What's Dial's favorite Pokemon? Take a guess. What Pokemon has Dial in the name? Also, hi, Bear. Tree Dial. Mox Squish question. Do you love me? If so, explain in a 3-page essay in MLA format. Cite my sources. My sources are how I gaze into your eyes, baby. I gaze into your eyes all day long, and I'll drop anything for you. Oh, what's up, Phoenix? Look at the UK's here, just chilling. So there's a way for us to do the shared chat. Bam, click that button, start sharing chat. Yeah, so what should happen is you will see, like, Phoenix is probably the first message. He should be popping up in your chat with a little icon of my name on it. Yo, what's up, Shay? All right, guys, so I need you to do me a favor. We need to do our usual audio testing shenanigans that we do with me and John. How's the balance in my stream and how's the balance in Dial's stream?
I don't know if that's working. Let me try this.
Oh, okay.
She's fine. I still echo. Bear, I don't have the soundproofing. I moved.
Test. Okay, so now I actually have audio on my stream. So now
I know I asked Bear, but come on, man.
Stop bullying me. Oh my god, this chat's moving already 10 times faster than mine.
Oh, we don't shut up.
I love it.
When I took a little hiatus and I came back, yo, what's going on, Rain? And they started, like, just going, and I was like, oh my god, I forgot how much we fucking yap.
No, dude, I love it. No, that's what we need. We need to be professional yappers.
Yes, Shay understands. Chat, I'm probably just gonna keep bullshitting with Dial for roughly 2 minutes and 5 seconds. That way, the ads play, and then we can just roll into it after the ads play.
I mean, that's fine with me. Oh, thank you for the follow, Bear.
Let's go,
Thank you
Bear.
so much. I appreciate you.
Chat, so this is our affiliate push for Dial.
Yo, I appreciate it.
Dial is actually doing a whole bunch of things behind the scenes. If you guys don't pay attention to self-promo chat, which I don't think anybody does because I don't, Dial is doing so much both for the Long Island VGC/TCG scene itself, setting up a whole bunch of different, like, actual live streams for different venues. Nicole's also one of my really good friends in real life, so if you could do me a favor, I'm pretty sure Stream Together should make all my views count for us all. If you could also keep us both just tabbed up. This way we have no room for error, and this stream will count for Dial's averages.
Just this stream.
Hours.
Just this stream. After that, you can just hang out in his. I don't care. So here's the situation.
Yo, RJ.
My dashboard is telling me my average concurrent viewers is 3.6, but I need at least 3, and today should be the last stream that I need to do. So I just need to keep it above 3. After that, I really don't give a shit.
It shows up as dual averages, however, Dial will have her own separate average. Okay, so, chat. Double tab. And honestly, probably just hang out in Dial's side. It's probably going to look more professional than mine. You guys know me. We are the scuffed champions.
No, mine's pretty scuffed too. I have like one graphic. And it's
Listen,
my webcam.
Dope.
Literally. I have a webcam border and that's it.
Perfect. Flawless.
That's so funny.
When stream would scroll away from us, dude. You think it's clean? I mean, honestly, I want to take credit for it being clean, but I paid for this. I didn't do shit.
This is so funny. I can't get over the chat right. Usually it's like I get like one chat every like 5 minutes, so it's like, oh, cool. Hey, Shay.
Yo, what's going on, Lord? How are you doing? Welcome in.
Dude, that's why I have all these plushies here. Excuse all the books and everything, but This is just the beginning of all my plushies, and it goes all the way back too. I probably have like 40 plushies right now. I need to. So if you, I have a problem. I keep buying them, and I'm going to Japan in August, and I'm gonna buy more plushies.
Please buy more. So it's really funny you make that comment, John, because in theory I could go take one of Scarlett's Squishmallows and put it up on my bed because she has an Eevee and a Dragonite. So like, no, sorry, not Eevee and a Dragonite and a Clefairy. So like, it's perfect, right? She's asleep in the other room. I'm not stealing my daughter's Squishmallows in her bed. Double Trouble VGC, that is correct, Lord.
Oh yeah. Moxie doesn't know it, but he's actually like teaching me how to play today.
Yeah, this is gonna be this is essentially gonna be live coaching.
Yeah, essentially.
That is the goal. And
maybe some double restricted for feeling up to it. Like I know Moxie has a couple teams. I found some random teams on Twitter because I don't build teams. So I was just like
3 minutes of that.
I was just like, let's fuck around.
Is that Dial's channel has no ads.
Oh yeah, I have no ads.
You miss nothing. I'm just saying. Pull up both streams, you miss nothing.
Just saying. Just saying.
Dare or dare? Truth. Are we playing each other? I didn't even realize. Are you playing each other, or are you just gonna watch her do Showdown Live? The life hack there. So we're gonna figure it out.
Yeah. To be honest. Yeah, like I said, we have a couple double restricted teams we were gonna maybe mess around with. I also figured we could just like build really weird teams and just play on ladder 2 and have fun, because like I'm the bottom of the barrel like ranking, so I can't even go any lower. I think I'm at like maybe 1050.
Throw her in the deep
it's so bad. Well, I got boosted up to like 1250 and I was like feeling good, and I won a game all on my own, so I'm like, oh yeah, okay. And then it's just been a losing streak since then, and people were telling me to kill myself, so I stopped.
Jesus Christ.
Like literally the other day I had to report somebody who told me to kill myself, and I'm like, dude, why are you so toxic? And they just kept going. I'm like,
yeah, I mean, that's how they go.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we're not going to be playing separate matches, John. It might wind up being that I wind up playing Dial. That she's screwed relying on me.
Well, listen, either way, he has more experience than me.
I'm just throwing this out there, but Bryu loves talking all this shit on me. However, when I was in Toronto competing in the regionals and Fate was giving the play-by-play of how much I was destroying my opponents, I will never forget Bryu messaging into the Discord game like, wait, are we actually the problem this whole time? When he blames chat, is it really us?
Oh my god.
She cannot rely on me to team build? Correct.
You guys are giving me too much credit. You don't understand. You don't understand. When I team build, it makes zero sense. I literally team built something for my local, like my friend at locals, and he was like, where'd you get this team from? I was like, well, I was messing with ideas. He's like, you should just copy someone else's. Like, don't even try to fix this one.
We wouldn't talk shit if we didn't care. No, but I want you guys to talk shit. That's the thing. Don't stop talking shit.
I do like talking shit. Like, please talk shit.
We're New Yorkers. This is in my blood.
Like, you don't understand.
If you're polite to me, I don't know what to do.
We're battling it.
How are we doing double restricted? What is the ladder we have to build?
So the thing is with double restricted, I think you'd have to play me. Like, we'd have to play each other for double restricted.
Okay.
Or we could just hop on and do like Reg G, like best of threes. I could also hook my Switch up too, so it's whatever.
Oh, my Switch is in another room, and I'm pretty sure perfect. My capture card is still not plugged in correctly because it's flashing red at me. So
what capture card do you use?
I have an Elgato.
Oh, okay.
X60. I think, if I'm being honest, when I was setting up my desk has like its own power strip with a USB-C, and I was like, oh, I could just plug it into my desk. And I think I need to remember that USB-C has to go to my computer, or else it doesn't work.
Oh, okay. I have a cheap one that I bought for $15.
Oh, sick.
The Elgato's nice. No, Elgato's nice though. Honestly, their products are nice. Like the Stream Deck changed my life. I'm not gonna lie.
The Stream Deck's great because I could do this. Oh no, I have to reorganize the stair. Damn it! Wait, no, I'm in chatting. Ha!
I love it.
Go. Okay. So I think the easiest thing to do, if we're gonna do this, is like a coaching angle, right? Mm-hmm. If you find a game I will find you, and I will watch you.
Or should we?
Be...
What do the pros do? Do they make a new account and then they both just log in?
I mean, when I got coaching from Jonzu, I don't know.
I don't know either.
I will find you.
Because I feel like usually I do it where I screen share in Discord, but I feel like I don't know if that's gonna work with the stream.
With the stream together, I probably should have had that set up beforehand.
So I'm wondering if we just make a separate account, or like, oh wait, I can invite you, can't I?
Yeah, I could just find you. Like I could just click watch the battle once you find something, and I could just pop in.
Okay, so I guess let's just go over the team first, right? Like I should probably send you the team.
Yeah, send me the paste.
Is this the one that with the? Okay, so send it to you on Discord. Okay, so really quick, I'll just give you the background on this team. So my friend was like, you should play Miraidon because Miraidon's easy to play. And I'm like, okay. I was trying to make Miraidon work and it was bad. It was bad. So my friend goes, here's this team that Joe UX9 uses. This is what he used the first time for Reg G. So I literally copied that team, but I had to make all my own EVs. So the EVs are just like spreads that I found online.
Okay.
Since then, he's still playing this team. However, he's dropped King Gambit for Ditto. I feel like I'm not at the level to use Ditto correctly yet. And then plus I just updated a couple of the sets. So like I gave Miraidon Dazzling Gleam and made a Terra Fairy instead of Electric. I added Heavy Slam to Iron Hands. And Joe added Swords Dance to Urshifu, but I'm like, that's a little big brain. So this is where I'm at.
Okay. So one of the big things I would do is I'd probably have Volcarona have redirection on it because the team doesn't have any.
I was trying that, just so you know, I did try that at some point. I had Tailwind and Rage Powder. I will say Giga Drain has saved me more times than not. So like, do you think I should drop Quiver Dance?
I think my set personally would be Heat Wave, Rage Powder, Tailwind.
Interesting.
Because you're just going to be firing them off, right? And you're going to be redirecting. Yeah, see, Phoenix is kind of getting where I'm at. Because you want to use it more as like on a support angle than having it be a setup sweeper.
Okay.
There's always going to be times where Volcarona is just going to be enough on its own because it's a beast of a mon. But in reality, part of the benefit of Volcarona is, you know, clicking Rage Powder and just letting a mon, physical mon, punch into it and getting burned.
Okay. That's fair. No, that's fair. So you said Tailwind and Heat Wave and what was it?
Rage Powder.
Rage Powder, thank you. Yeah, I'm definitely down to try that. The set might need some attention, or do you think that set's good?
I'm being honest, I'm the absolute worst at EV spreads. If John is not just BSing around, he's probably just watching SmackDown. John, you gotta support Volcarona spread.
I'm gonna go on Peakalytics really quick. Volcarona. I have a bold EV spread. So what am I running now? I'm running Modest for the sweeper stuff.
Yeah.
Needs to drop Kinky G. It was fine at the start of Red G, but there's too much
like a bulky Volcarona spread, because this is 252, 60, 92, 100.
Yeah, that's
it's
not
mostly
enough.
Meant for like a more of an offensive one versus a bulky one.
What's Timid? What's Timid? Timid Speed.
Yeah, Timid is Speed.
But this one's kind of bulky. It's got some stuff in like HP.
I don't think you need Taunt on Urshifu.
Okay.
I would make it Aqua Jet.
Okay.
This team doesn't want support Volk. Do you like the Volcarona that's on it currently, Brawl?
Sorry, I'm just shutting my other phone off because I keep seeing it go off in the corner of my eyes, distracting me.
Okay, so you like this Volcarona, but you don't like King Gambit.
Yeah, so that's the thing. Joe did drop King Gambit and he added Ditto. So I wonder if maybe we did, like, do you know how to play with Ditto? Like, are you familiar like with Ditto in this meta?
I mean, the way you work Ditto is you flip Ditto in front of the restricted. And just have 2 restricted.
Okay, because I feel like I always do it at the wrong time. So maybe it's just a matter of I have to just get good.
It's just part of positioning and knowing like when's going to be the right time to bring it out.
Okay.
Yeah, like Phoenix said, you run it either Scarf to Sash, so you run it either Scarf so it's going to outspeed their restricted, or Sash to just kind of guarantee that you're going to get probably 2 hits off.
Okay. Let's close these tabs. I have too many tabs open. Okay, so I guess let's just drop Gamby as much. He's my favorite one on this team too, but we'll drop Gambit. Let's add Ditto, and I have to give it.
Or you could do the Iron Treads shenanigans.
Oh, Iron Treads.
Yeah, because that was the one that got into. I forget which regional Wolf he just won. Was it San Antonio?
Yeah.
That's what he ran into in his final matches, and it was a very good answer for Koraidon, and it's a very good answer just for other shenanigans. Yeah, and it works for the mirror. You just choice band at 252, 252. What was it? Steel Roller. Was it high horsepower, John? There's an easy way to do this.
There's an easy way to just look it up.
Explorer.
Because then maybe if we go this, maybe we. The only thing I do like about Ditto is that Ditto really forces your opponent to actually have to think about more things, and there is like some merit to that. To be like, you have to think about Ditto coming in.
Yeah, so Iron Treads was classic anti-trick from Fergaref. I mean, that's on this team. His Iron Treads was Choice Band, Iron Head, High Horsepower, Rock Slide, and Steel Roller.
What's Steel Roller?
So Steel Roller is the like highest base power steel move for physical, but it deletes terrain and you can't use it unless terrain is on there. So you would use it in pair with Volt Switch.
Oh.
So you would pivot out, destroy the terrain, and then bring it back in to reset up the terrain and do it again.
I mean, we could mess with this for sure. What was the last one? It was High Horsepower, Iron Head, Steel Roller, and...
Rock Slide. And it was Terra Ghost.
Terra Ghost. Okay. Choice Band. Okay, so just EVs, I guess.
Yeah, 252 attack, 252 speed. Was it attack boost or speed boost, John? Speed? Yeah, and make the speed higher.
Okay. So we went Jolly.
And that makes the speed stat actually higher in the screen, right?
Let me double check. Yeah. Yeah, 173.
All right, perfect.
All right, I mean, we could definitely just try this shit out.
Yeah, and you just YOLO.
Another thing too with the Grimmsnarl is I'm still running Spirit Break on it, but a lot of people have swapped to Foul Play. Now that I didn't run Foul Play because I'm like, I have Gambit, but now that I don't have Gambit, I wonder if I should just go back to Foul Play.
Oh, here's the thing. One more suggestion. John is ready to backseat.
Okay.
I don't necessarily think Spirit Break is super great, but Unga Bunga to the max. Yeah, no, maximum Unga Bunga, always.
Sorry, while you're doing that, I'm just fixing one more thing.
Don't worry, we're just waiting for John to type, and John types like a boomer.
That's fair. Ugh, I don't have enough space on iCloud. I gotta... Dude, it's such a pain getting a new phone. Like, everything transfers over, but there's always, like, 3 things that you don't consider, and it's like, oh, well, this doesn't work anymore. Choice band.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
When I switched my phone recently, I was like, I don't understand half of my shit.
Dude, I feel like I'm getting old. Like, I feel like I'm tech savvy, and then this shit happens, and I'm like...
And you're way more tech savvy than me with this shit, too.
Oh my god, stop.
You are, dude. Are you kidding me?
I mean, in some ways, maybe, but I don't know. Either way, I'm just like... Okay, let me read what John said. Choice band treads is awesome. You might want to consider Giraffe. I will say, the fake out has been a problem for me, and I do like Giraffe.
if fake out's an issue, I would definitely do draft. Like if you have an issues with priority.
Yeah. Yeah, I've had issues where I feel like I have I mean, I guess that can be said for anything, right? Where like you have to play around the fake out correctly, but I feel like there's a lot of times where fake out's a problem because of Miraidon, and they just always try to control me that way. And I only have Iron Hands, which is not fast enough to like stop a fake out.
Yeah, I mean, just having the weight of just saying like, no, I'm faster than you now, because and you can't deal with it is always good.
Yeah, and I will say this too. So I wasn't playing with Tailwind before, so maybe that's part of it. Should we go back to like what John was saying and maybe not doing support Volk, or should we leave support Volk for now?
No, do the Volk you had before. We'll keep offensive Volk.
Okay.
Keep also offensive Volk. We'll steal Dylan's Farig. So I will copy this.
Okay, because I will say this Volcarona has won me more games I think than Miraidon has. Like, no troll, this Volcarona is like really good.
Volcarona is always just in like a fun spot. This is not a spread. There's no spread here, but I at least have the moveset.
Okay, let me drop treads. Giraffe.
Also, while I like in concept the idea of doing a Rock Tomb Phoenix, high horsepower just you outspeed and just kill it. So like, yeah, I could lower its speed or I could just kill it. You know what I mean?
So like, what would you recommend for a spread on for Giraffe?
Don't even have a good spread.
Looks like a lot of them are bold spreads with a calm spread. Those are like the big ones.
Wait, where'd all my teams go? Are they gone? Everyone's gonna learn the spread I've been using since week 1 on my draft team. So I've been going 204 HP, 136 defense, 4 special attack, 136 special defense, and 28 speed. But what's it called?
What was your special attack?
4.
Okay. Yeah, okay, that's right.
What's the draft moves that he ran? He ran this one, John. Psychic, Roar, Trick Room, Helping Hand.
Are you going modest with that?
What was I? Bold? Bold.
Bold, okay. Okay. What Terra should I go?
He did Water, so I would go with that.
Okay.
Just because I know it at least... he made it to semifinal, to finals.
I mean,
you know what I mean?
Who am I to question anything here, so...
I got nothing. Why 28 speed, though? I don't know, man.
Well, that's 84. What is that? What's Insyn's base one? What's Insyn's base speed? Isn't Insyn around 80?
Something like that, probably. It's probably meant for that. I grabbed this... Bryu, I grabbed the speed off Peakalytics. I don't think you guys understand.
60. Okay.
My draft prep is to not prep.
Listen, I wing it. Like, I show up to like my cups and my challenges. I pay $15, go 0-4, and then I'm like, damn, I really wish I played more than 10 games with this team. But I do it for the community. I do it for the community.
Exactly. Can I get a your?
Okay, I'm just gonna queue this up. And then what's the invite command? Yeah, what's up, Lugia?
What do you mean?
There's an invite command in Showdown. I can invite you.
Oh, you just... What's your username?
Dial VGC.
Find a match, and I'm just gonna spam search.
Sure. We can also do it that way. I know there's a quicker way, though, with the invite.
Probably. I found you.
Okay, cool. I'm just gonna make this bigger so people can read. Okay, really quick, I also have to change this music. It's driving me fucking insane.
Beans! What's going on, Beans? How you doing, my dude?
Alright, so we're playing against Cali Ice with 2 genies.
Oh, we got 2 years? Let's go.
Alright, so
he's got
so walk
genie?
me through this. Like, what should I be thinking about right now? Pretend I know nothing.
Start reading that team sheet.
Oh, yeah, I always do that first.
Yeah, so he's got clear M, he's got really no protection for setting up his trick room.
Yeah, he's only got 2 protects on his team. He's got a covert cloak on his Tornado, so I have to watch for that. AV Rilla, safety goggles. That doesn't... Does safety goggles stop rage powder?
Yes.
Okay. I have to watch out for this Landorus, I feel like, with poison. That's gonna be a little nasty against a couple of my mons.
You have to be ready for Lando, especially because you're gonna have Urshifu.
Yeah.
Not Urshifu, because you have 2 mons that are weak to him. So you gotta be ready for Lando. I'm
thinking I lead Grimmsnarl right on, then I Volt Switch out. Maybe throw Vulcan Urshifu in the back, or Vulcan Hands in the back. So
I wouldn't necessarily. Oh no, you're gonna lead with Miraidon too.
Yeah.
Vulcan Hands.
Hold on, I'm just gonna click because there's like 2 seconds left. Let's just start with this.
Okay, we just go and fucking Weeball. Cool.
Yeah. Well, I ran out of time. I had to shoot something. Okay. All right. So they're gonna get Tailwind up here.
Yeah.
I would assume Lando's special, right? So I would assume that here
Lando is special.
I'd probably light screen Volt Switch on Torn because he doesn't
Definitely
even have a
screen.
Okay.
Your spec, so you're gonna be speed 205. Yo, what's up, counter? You can go for the Volt Switch. There's always a chance he might just outspeed you with his Lando. I don't know what his speed investment is, but if you want to test that, because it's a best of 3.
Let's test it. Let's see. Okay.
He went Sludge Bomb. He assumed the Terra.
Okay. Well, I took out his Torn. I'm gonna go into Hands here. I feel like is the best play, so Volk doesn't get threatened by Lando. Because at least I can.
Honestly, Volk's probably just better.
Why is that?
Because so let's say you go into Hands, right?
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing against a double up?
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
Maybe you get off. Because what if you maybe just get off a fake out and then hope Lando misses? You know what I mean? Like you're probably better off.
You're right. I just have to be careful because my Terra on Volcarona's grass, so I have to watch out for Sludge Bomb. Ooh, this is a tricky spot. I'm assuming I just T-Wave Urshifu here.
So we're talking about the Sludge Bomb. I would reflect, and I would do the Terra and Heat Wave.
Terra Heat Wave?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't swap. I'm on Fiery Dance. I'll swap that after this game.
Cool. Fiery Dance the Lando.
Yeah. Okay.
Fuck it, we ball.
Let's go. Yeah, sorry, I just meant because the Volk has or the Lando has a Sludge Bomb, that if I Terra'd, Volcarona would be weak. I think I said it the wrong way, but that's what I meant to say. Okay, so now I'm thinking I bring out the Hands here, because then I just fake out something, which I would assume I'm probably faking out the Lando and going for another Fiery Dance on Lando.
Does his Lando have Protect?
Or I can Giga Drain the Urshifu, actually. I Giga Drain Urshifu, that's the play. Lando does have Protect.
Fake out Giga Drain. I would double into the Urshifu and predict the Protect.
Okay. And Giga Drain it.
That's me.
Yeah, no, you're right. That's the play. That was the play.
There we go.
Yo, you're right. Yo, we're cooking.
You always go for the Protect.
That's true. You always go for the Protect there. Okay, so now we gotta play into this Cali, though. So, he hasn't Terra'd yet. I do have Heavy Slam on this and Drain Punch. His Terra's Fire. I wonder if I just... He does have Protect, though, but he... I wonder if I Heavy Slam Lando, actually. And then Fiery Dance Cali.
What is that banging in my house?
If you gotta go take care of that, you can go.
No, it's just weird. I'm just trying to think of what your play is going to be into that Cali.
I think
because right now your
Volk is going
to be weak to Cali. You could just YOLO.
Let's just YOLO for now, just because of the time. But I'm definitely down to like reevaluate after.
Oh, he used his Terra, right?
Did he use his Terra?
He did.
What did he? Oh, he Terra'd Urshifu. I forgot.
Yeah.
Okay. So then, all right.
Finish off Cali.
Okay. I'm ready. Let's go to game 2. Okay. So, yo, I hear that banging. Are you sure you're good?
Yeah, I'm gonna figure out if that's my heat or if someone's trying to be an asshole.
It's probably your heat, to be honest. All right, chat. I'm all alone, but we can do this. So I led last game right on Grimmsnarl. He led Lando to I feel like I do that again, to be honest. Because it worked and it gives me those options. The only thing I have to worry about is a fake out. I wonder if he'll lead a fake out, so I wonder if I just bring Frig in the back. Frig. And I bring another Volk. Oh, yo! There's a bot in Moxie's chat. Mods, ban him.
Get him, mods.
Okay, so hear me out. I was gonna lead Grimstar and Moridon and then put Fridge in the back because I feel like they might try to lead a fake out user and Volk.
Go for it.
What do you think?
I gotta be honest. The banging started again, and I have paid attention.
Okay, it's probably the heat, it sounds like. Okay, he let Urshifu. Okay, perfect. So he doesn't have protect. Okay, so I wonder if I go for... I feel like I just go for Reflect, right? I don't need to T-Wave the Urshifu.
You could just Reflect and Electro Drift into...
The only thing is if he swaps into
slot.
Lando.
Yeah, take your pick on who you want that. Someone is very clearly hammering something, and it's annoying.
That's also very much a thing. I wonder... See, that's the problem, is I feel like any one of them can swap. I think I'm gonna go with the Torn. Yep, there's the Lando pick. I had a feeling that the Urshifu was a bait. Urshifu was a bait.
Let's go.
Okay.
He's so mad.
Yo, I called that. Chad, I called that. Yo, what's up, Keenan? Thanks for stopping by. All right, now we T-Wave the Urshifu. And I Electro Drift the Urshifu.
I would...
Right?
I don't think they're gonna over-predict this time.
Okay.
I think
light
you're
screen?
gonna... Yeah, I would definitely light screen.
Electro Drift.
I think you're gonna get hit by an Earth Power. So maybe this time, Terra?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Or I think you might still just die to that double up. Who's in your back?
Fridge and Volk.
Swap to Volk. Do light screen and swap to Volk.
Okay, let's try it. Oh, no.
Hope for the burn. Hope for the burn.
Oh, hope for the burn. Burn, burn, burn. Nah. Okay.
Yeah, no, he was going for the double up.
So I wonder if here... I mean, this is the safest thing for me to bring him right on here, I feel like. And then later I could bring him Fridge.
Yeah. And then I would do the... What is his... Tailwind's up, right?
Tailwind's still up for another... I can't read it. 2 turns?
Yeah, so this time I would T-Wave and then Terra.
You don't think I just one-shot the Urshifu?
I'm worried about you living the Lando.
Okay, so I'll T-Wave Urshifu then, you're saying?
Yeah, because right now the way... Like, think about how your team is kind of set up at this point. You have... Your offensive pressure is exclusively Miraidon right now.
So should I Taro Draco maybe?
No.
On Lando?
You could... Honestly, you could even Terra Volt Switch if you want.
But I can't hit the Lando, he's ground.
No, hit Urshifu. T-Wave Urshifu and kill it.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
Oh, Gleam. That's right. I forgot about our own moveset.
Oh, good thing we parried it because it was faster. I forgot. Yeah, because of the Tailwind interaction. Yep. He said, "God damn it." Yo, now I got the bot. Yo,
Oh,
Keenan ban his ass. Keenan ban his ass. Go do your mod powers. Go ban his ass. All right. All right. So we have. I can't read this. Is that one more turn of?
One more turn of Tailwind.
Yeah.
I would T-Wave it and maybe just hard swap into.
Fridge.
Yeah, that way you can reset and you can get the Terra Fairy dazzles off.
Yeah, you're right. That's a good call.
I want cheap viewers. Yo, what's up, Clouds?
Yo, thank you, Keenan.
Clouds, how are you doing, you beautiful human?
All right, we landed both of our paralyzes. That's good. That Earth Power actually kind of did a lot. All right, so I'm thinking maybe we Spirit Break the Lando and just try to chip it. And just try to get as much chip as possible.
I would just double into the Lando, honestly. Maybe.
What's Trick on here for? This swaps the Life Orb.
What's Frig have?
Yo, should I trick the Lando? Oh, it's supposed to be Trick Room. Why is it Trick? Oh, fuck.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, no. It's not good. Oh, no. That's not good. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. So now we helping hand. Actually, we don't need the helping hand. Because the problem is they both have protect here, right? So now we have to get the protect call right.
I mean, you could just helping hand and
oh, and dazzle. You're right. Fuck. You're
Mox
right.
already has cheap views. God damn for you.
I forgot about the. Oh, live. Oh, we lived. No, Sludge Bomb was faster. Wait, how? He was actually just straight up faster without Tailwind.
It was Trick Room. So you were faster without Trick Room.
I missed the Trick Room. Okay. All right. I don't think Fridge was the play there.
Yeah, I don't think we need it, especially if we don't have Trick Room to shut off Trick Room.
Yeah. That could have been a lot better. Okay, so I still don't see what's stopping us from doing the same lead. Because I really just don't think he has an answer. Unless he leads with a fake out user. That's the only thing I'm a little nervous about.
I don't think he's gonna switch things up.
So you think I should go Iron Hands Volk again? Or Urshifu?
Yeah, I would go back to your game one.
Okay. Urshifu. Why can't I say the word? Am I having like a stroke? Okay, so he went back to the original one.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just gonna light screen and
alright, we have Urshifu.
I guess I'll Volt Switch again? Did I kill with Volt Switch in the first game?
Yeah, but you Terra'd to survive this Earth Power that's definitely coming for your ass.
Okay. So yeah, I should Terra then, you're thinking?
Yeah, because if not, you die to the Earth Power.
Yeah, you're right.
We just light screen and do the shenanigans. See?
Unless, the only thing is though with the Sludge Bomb, that really does make it tricky.
Yeah, they're not taking that 50-50 again because it lost them game one.
I'll do Volcarona again. This is exactly what we did in the first one.
Yeah.
The only thing is now if they... Yeah,
See?
okay. Yeah, well now I don't have...
Literally...
The only thing is I don't have Terra now for Volk, which I Terra'd in the first game.
Oh, right, we did Terra Volk in the first game.
So I have to go for Urshifu here. And do I bait into the Iron Hands?
You could.
And just try to slow his ass down and
yeah, you could just go Iron Hands and T-Wave it.
There we go. Now I get up Reflect. That actually really hurts still. Okay, so
yeah, no, it's Urshifu. he's just a monster.
I know he's nasty. I'll get a Reflect up and I guess Volt Switch the Urshifu?
No, I think you just expect Iron Hands to go down here.
Okay, so I'll Reflect and or I could Drain Punch and maybe pray. No, I have to Volt Switch to kill it though. I don't know. What do you think?
I would probably Reflect and Drain Punch the Lando, hoping hoping Urshifu just gets powered.
Okay.
Or we can hope for the double miss.
Oh!
But he didn't
get
get the
power
up.
Okay. That's fine. I mean, I wish I could see it, but hold on. Is it because my screen? That's why.
I think he has one turn of Tailwind left.
No,
can I zoom in and make
crazy.
it look better?
No, that's so crazy. Why is it like that? So do I just... I don't know who to bring in.
With Tailwind up, probably not...
not Maridon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go Folk. I guess I just Spear Break Lando.
Yeah, and just Giga Drain Urshi.
Yeah. This is not good. I feel like I just die. I think it's over.
Oh, he was not confident.
Yeah, I think I just lose with Tailwind. Yeah, I just lose the Tailwind.
No, Tailwind's up.
No, I know, but I think this game is over because of Tailwind, you know? Like, he still has another one in the back. I don't know how I win this.
Fire off Choice Specs Dazzling Gleams. You're faster than him now.
All right. I guess I'll Spirit Break you, and I'll Dazzling Gleam. Okay, that did more than I thought, honestly. I didn't think I was going to watch out both of them.
And also what Cloud said.
You really need Urge here for the pressure to land that way. Yeah, you know what? You're right. You're totally right, Cloud. Totally right.
And then, yeah, just do Spirit Break into Dazzling, and I mean, it's your only real line here.
Ah, maybe I get the... Oh, wait, he's physical anyway. Ooh, this is going to be tough.
41%. We just hope it's a roll.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. GG's.
It was a roll.
GG's.
Yeah, Fraud Shifu.
Oh, my God. Okay, give me 1 second. I just have, I have a document that I use to put all my...
Oh, the Pacer?
Yeah. So just give me 1 second.
Yeah. Love the Pacer. Clouds, can you do me a favor, buddy? Can you give Dial a follow?
I appreciate it. You don't need to. I have the follower account, so only follow if you need to.
Clouds, give Dial a follow. We're doing her affiliate push.
I appreciate you guys.
Dial's actually doing really good things for the Long Island VGC scene, so I wanna support the homies any way I can.
I appreciate you. Yo, thank you so much for the follow. I really do appreciate it. Clouds, thank you so much. I honestly, right now, I'm really just using my channel to I'm doing like streams for local VGC events. So we have a huge event actually coming up April 19th. I can show you guys a video later, but I'm gonna be producing it. It's gonna be huge. It's a 1K for top 8 plus store credit for top 8. We're also giving out Journey Together packs. We're also, so it's a cup and a challenge, so you will get points. And then we're also doing a TCG event, the same thing, 1K split top 8, plus pop prizing and everything like that for TCG, cup and challenge. So it's going to be a crazy day. So if you're in New York, April 19th.
See, chat? You see? Support your homies.
Gonna be crazy. Just saying. We have, so we're actually, I'll give you guys the inside scoop, but you can't tell anybody, you promise? Nobody here is going to tell anybody, right?
Yeah, no, it's just going to be living on the internet forever.
Yeah, forever. So Chuppa's casting our VGC tournament. So we're going to have Chuppa come through. It's going to be sick. And then we had some other people. Tyson's going to cast, and we had one more person. Hold on, now I feel really bad. Well, I wasn't the one coordinating the casters, actually. So, you know, I don't feel that bad.
Phoenix Lessing again. Phoenix only knows how to flex.
Oh, we're having I think is that who we're getting? Allegedly.
Who we getting?
Darsh Patel. I didn't realize he was coming through. That's awesome.
Oh shit.
So he's gonna come through, and then we have a lot of really big names that are judging. So like P-Dons, if you're in the, I think he does like New Jersey stuff, he's gonna come judge for VGC. We have a bunch of other people too. So, and the guys that run Brooklyn are gonna help me produce. So it's like legit gonna be like a big thing. And we have some big name players coming. Am I allowed to like say who's coming? I'm gonna be honest with you, Nicole. We have 14 people watching us. I say go for it. But the thing is, like, I just don't know if those people want to like be like exposed. But like, I mean, they're gonna be there anyway. I'm just saying. Wolf confirmed? No, not Wolf.
Wolf's confirmed.
But like,
chat, Wolf confirmed.
Imagine you're the #1 ranked player on the ladder right now for points, and you live in New York. You may want to show up, you know? You may be showing up. Or you may have been a previous junior world champion or senior. I don't know what he won. He may be showing up. Yeah, you know, I'm just saying, I didn't say anybody's names. No, Wolf's not coming. I would love for Wolf to come, but I don't think there's enough in it for him to drive all the way up here or fly. But yeah, I think Joe signed up, Brendan Zhang signed up, Scraw signed up. So we have a lot of good names.
I gotta figure out if I have my daughter that weekend.
For real, like, come through, because if you can, it's gonna be a really fun event. Right now we have, I can tell you this, we have a cap of 74 players. We have 28 people signed up. So, you know, it's not like we're not running out of time necessarily, but everybody has to pre-reg. Also, Chris Hahn's gonna be here too. That's another big one. Uncle Brawler can babysit. No, you gotta show up too.
Alexa will do it. See, John? It's a quick trip to Long Island, bro.
Give me 1 second. I just have to... I'm having an issue with my bank, actually. I don't know if it just doesn't like my new phone. It, like, won't let me do transfers. Yo, thanks Phoenix so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Yeah,
Phoenix, I appreciate you.
Teacher VGC.
Okay, so this is actually going to be one of the most precious moments, and I really, what's up, Lou? This is a very precious moment that I'm going to be mentioning real quick. And if anybody knows what I've been talking about for a few months now, actually probably a year. So I was driving with Scarlett, right? And she's currently super into Pokemon Scarlet because she loves Arven's story. She just wants to help the Sigma Boastiff. I love my kid. She's a little precious angel. That same day, because she was just playing Pokemon Scarlet all day, we had to make a quick run to Target. But what was the last one? The last five? EUIC was on, or whichever was the last event. I think it was EUIC. So I had it on, and as I was driving, she kept asking me questions about the presentation and everything that was going on. And she was like, "Daddy, I really like these tournaments." And I was like, "I know, right, Scar? Isn't it like cool, or are these things fun? This is what Daddy did." And she's like, "Hey, Daddy, I really want to do a tournament one day, but I want to do it with you." And I'm like, "This is what I've wanted.
No.
I've been a daughter in juniors, and while I'm competing in masters so bad."
Oh my god, that's so cute.
Mini-Mence wants to do it. Let's go.
I support this 100%. I told Alex, I was like, if we ever have a kid, our kid is learning how to play, and they're playing from like Gen 1 up, and you can't go out of order. You got to go from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4, and you're gonna become a Pokemon master. I love that. I'm jealous. That sounds amazing.
What's that thing got?
Yeah, somebody clip that, please. That was amazing.
Just please don't go build her team. No. I will exclusively ask either Clouds or Johnzu to build her the team.
That's so funny. It's not gonna
be one of mine. It's gonna be a good players team.
That's so funny.
Kid, while you're throwing on stream though. That's actually what Uncle Brawlic is for. It's his wife. His wife is gonna do everything. She's got to use the Blue Boys team. I'm not subjecting my daughter's experience to the Blue Boys team, dude. Clouds builds her the most unga bunga OP. See?
I love that. That's amazing.
No, it was honestly, I was so happy. Like the second she was saying it, I was like, this is so cute.
How old is she now?
So cute. She's 5.
That's adorable. I love that.
She bought hold on, I pushed them off to the side chat. Hold on, I can't hear anybody.
What's up, gang?
She was at the mall with her grandma before I picked her up. And she bought and then screamed, because they had to come back to my apartment, a big stack of Pokemon socks. And she screamed, "No, it's coming to my dad's apartment because we both love Pokemon."
That is so cute.
Love this kid, dude.
That is so cute. So has she always liked Pokemon?
What happened?
Has she kind of like always liked Pokemon, or is this just like a recent thing where she's starting to say these things?
She's sort of been on like the Pokemon like sphere, like she enjoys Pokemon, but it wasn't like she was super into it.
Okay.
So when we did Let's Go together, and when we did Let's Go together, she had an absolute blast.
That was probably fun.
Oh my god. As a parent, being able to play something that like I grew up playing with her was so surreal.
That's amazing. So that's amazing.
Watching her experience Gen 1, granted in like its own little quirky way, right? But in a way that was more accessible to her. So much fun. After all the shit we talked about Let's Go.
I actually liked Let's Go. Like, it had problems. But I actually kind of liked it.
I liked the drinking game we did for Let's Go.
Dude, we're doing another one, by the way. Just let you know. I'll let you know. Yeah, I'll let you know. Oh, well, the thing is, keep in mind, I'm out in Long Island now, so it's going to be a bit of a drive.
Do you have a couch? I mean, well, actually, it doesn't matter. I don't drink, so.
Oh, that's true, too. But, no, we're having a giant Pokemon party here. I'm having Ryan do the bingo board again. It's going to be crazy.
It's good. I'm not ashamed to admit I slept on it. Yeah, it was fun. It was a good time playing that game. And then playing it with her was so amazing. It was surreal.
That's amazing.
And then she said, "Daddy, I want to play your Pokemon game." And I was like, "Okay, baby, but like you're going to have to play it slow because Daddy will have to read it to you. It's a little more involved." And she's like, "Okay." And she says, "Which Pokemon game is this?" And I said, "Pokemon Scarlet." For those of you who don't know, Mini-Mence's name is Scarlet. Oh. So she bugged out.
That's so cute.
So now she says, "Can I play Pokemon Me version?"
Oh my god, stop! She's got a little sass. I love that.
She's such a little sassy bitch.
Hey, Lunch Tray, thanks for stopping by. Yeah, we're doing a co-stream with my good friend Mr. Mrmoxiemence.
What's up, Lunch Tray?
So make sure you give Mrmoxiemence a follow too. Lunch Tray just found my stream like 2 days ago, and I think this was his first week playing Pokemon. So,
oh really?
Yeah, I think he's playing more with TCG, but yeah, he's coming by to support.
But yeah, Lou and Brolic can both confirm how absolutely sassy Mrmoxiemence is.
I love that. I love that. That's amazing. But no, that makes me happy because like the thing is, it's like I don't have any kids, but like, you know, the thought always runs through my mind, like if I have a kid, like do I want to do Pokemon with them? Like, do I want to let them do their own thing? And it's like, I feel like there's a good balance of like introducing them to something that I like without forcing. And then like, hopefully they enjoy it. Like, so my one of my closest friends too, she had a baby a year ago. So he's almost 1. And she's like throwing him like all the little like plushies and anything that's like Pokemon socks, like all the other stuff. Right. And it's like, it's just so cute. And it's like, it makes me kind of want a baby because I'm just like, I want to like buy Pokemon stuff and be like, well, it's for the baby. It's not for me.
But it's for you.
It's for you, but it's also for me. You know?
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna enjoy your toy.
Yeah, exactly. But it's honestly, it's one of these things where like I've always been like as a parent of like, I'm not gonna force you into anything, right? If you like what I like, awesome. But it's your call, right? Like I love baseball. My kid can't stand baseball. I don't make her watch baseball.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. But there's so many Pokemon games of the little Rugrats. Yeah, exactly. Like one of them's bound to catch them. And when she was like, when I could see that she was interested in it and she wanted to do it, I was like, okay, cool. Like let's go. We'll play it together. I can hold your hand. I can walk with you and show you where to go.
I love that.
Yeah. And then like Scarlet is like this super fun version where she just goes, I'm gonna run around on Koraidon for a little bit, Dad. And I go, great. And then like it was really funny because she was so like absent-minded while playing it until she found out Arvin had a sick dog. And then the second she found out Mabostiff was sick, I was reading that thing to her, and I swear to God, my daughter was just sitting on the edge of the couch, legs folded like this, just like this.
No.
And she just goes, she turns to me, she's like, Dad, I want to help Arvin.
Oh. Stop, yes. That is so cute. That is so cute.
It was great.
I love that.
That's me watching Marley and me. Oh, exactly right. And like, she's got a dog, you know what I mean? Like, I could just picture her being like, I don't want my puppy sick. I don't want my puppy sick. Let's go fix this puppy.
Oh my God, I love that. I love that. Yeah, no, going off of that, so I did multiplayer with Alex. Actually, so first I did it with my cousin Ryan. You remember Ryan?
Of course.
And then I kind of got bored after like a week, and I was like, maybe Pokemon's not for me. Like I didn't like Sword and Shield. It's like the multiplayer was like a good concept, but it felt like kind of like 20% of what it could have been, and I was like, whatever. But then when I started dating Alex, he was like looking for a game that we could play together, and I had told him, I said, yeah, I like Pokemon, but like I haven't really played it in a while because the game's kind of like not been my thing. And he's like, well, I found a really good deal on Violet and you have Scarlet, so why don't we just play together? I'm like, okay. And then like, I don't know what it was, but it like clicked because I was like, I don't know what it was. And we played through the entire rest of the game together, and I absolutely loved it. And then that's why I'm playing now, because I don't know, having that multiplayer connection, like actually exploring and doing stuff, it was cool. I look forward to the next one. And he told me that if the next like generation has another multiplayer like aspect like that, he'll buy the other version. I'm like, yes, now I don't have to buy 2 versions and play through 2 times. I could just steal his mons.
Oh God, it's the best. The best. Also, in my Violet, I stole the Ogerpon from my Violet and shoved in my Scarlet to have like a Hearth frame and not re-EV my
yeah.
Ogerpon. Oh my God, it's just so much better.
It's so much better. Dude,
it's so much better.
I lucked out because I have Scarlet, so it was like most of the Metamons are in Scarlet anyway. But then when I needed a Miraidon, I was like, Alex, can you please give me your second Miraidon? And he's like, well, I might need it. I said, for what? You haven't touched the game in a year. And he's like, oh yeah, you're right. Okay, you can have it. He's like, but I need it back for my Pokédex. I'm like, okay. Okay, Alex.
No, he doesn't.
I know he doesn't know yet, but he's not getting it back.
Never. That's yours.
Yeah, of course it's mine. I EV trained it and everything. Actually, fun fact. You want to hear something funny? So I go to a local every Friday, and we just like team build, and we just mess around for fun, whatever. And I built this team that we've been playing with, except with King Gambit instead of for Giraffe. I've been bringing it to locals every week, and I'm like, why does I keep losing every speed tie with my Miraidon? Every single time. Every Miraidon's always faster than me. And so I went and I looked, and you know how in the game you can't like actually check to see how many EVs you have. So after like 3 weeks of getting really frustrated, I plug it in. It turns out the EVs were wrong because he must have used that Miraidon like one time. And it was in something that wasn't speed. And so I literally got speed cracked by like 2 points for 3 weeks. I was livid. I was like, I thought you never used it. He's like, I might have used it like once. And I'm like, oh my God. So I had to then mochi it and redo it.
I want to congratulate you on performing your first Moxiemence. Because as everyone here can attest to, my teams are always finished until I go play my first game.
Yep, and then you realize.
And then it's never finished. It's always something. I remember adamantly swearing up and down to chat, because chat was like, no, go double check your team. It's not done. And I swore that this Alolan Ninetales, like, I think it was Reg F or Reg H that I was building it for. I was like, no, guys. This team's done.
Yeah.
We're good. It's golden. And then I started it up. I threw out my snow setters, and no snow showed up because I didn't do the ability.
Oh no! Oh,
I immediately
no.
ran. Actually, no. I think we played it out, and I think I won. I think we played it out, and I think I won because
dude, that happened to me. So with my Lodic, I couldn't get it had cute charm, but I was trying to put competitive on it. And I didn't realize, like, so I couldn't use, like, the patch. I could only use the capsule. And I didn't realize you had the capsule into one of them and then use the patch.
Yeah,
so
you had the capsule into one of them. Hope the capsule got you the right one.
Yeah.
And then pray.
So it was a pain. So I'm, like, trying to do it. And I was like, well, maybe it's, like, behind a special unlock or something, whatever. And I just forgot about it. And so, like, 3 months later, at the end of Reg H, I came back. I'm like, I just kind of want to play this team, like, one last time before Reg H rotates. And I went to a match, and I was getting ready for competitive, and somebody hit me and got Q-charmed, and I literally won the game off of it. I was like, wait, maybe Q-charm's like not that. They missed attacking 3 times in a row. I was like, maybe it's not that bad.
That was pure cope.
I know,
I appreciate the cope,
listen,
but it was pure cope.
It was so bad, but you know that guy's mauling.
Furious. He broke his Switch in half.
And Lunch Tray, that's the same reason why too, like, I didn't get into competitive stuff until this generation, because it was just too much of a pain.
Lost it and sleep on me. Clouds, when I bump into Vexmoramungus, my first thought, because the first thing that happens to me is I get poisoned. I was like, oh, this is free. And then the next 16 times I hit these Amoongus, it procs in the worst ability possible.
Oh my God. Yeah, no, there's so much. That's what I like about Pokemon too, is that there's so much like funny shit. Although it does make it harder to predict when you're playing on best of one cart, which stinks. Like, okay, can we have a quick Pokemon Champions talk right now? Like a quick one before we get back into games? Okay, so like, what is your like hopium and what is your copium for Pokemon Champions?
Okay, my hopium is that it sort of becomes the official like competitive hub. And I want there to be some form of straight yapping. Fuck off, Bear.
I love yapping. I can yap all day.
It's literally all we do. So I really hope it sort of becomes like a competitive hub. I really want there to be like ways to tweak my IVs, and actually like edit my mon properly. My copium is that it's not going to be a microtransaction filled game where I'm not gonna have to spend $1 to reset my IVs to 0.
Don't even put that in the universe, man.
You know what's gonna happen. It's on mobile. It's on mobile for a reason.
So I have the same hopium as you, where like I really hope that this is the future and this allows Pokemon to balance the main series game, be more experimental with the main series game, and kind of focus on actually giving people a good experience instead of being like, well, I don't want to ruin competitive, but I also don't want to ruin main series, right? Yeah. And then, you know, if you have a new like Terra, you rotate between Terra and Megas, and also with the same Pokedex, and then you can rotate the Pokedex too. Like, you can really create a very healthy, always changing environment like you do for all these other seasonal games out there. What I'm really hoping it's not is VGC Pocket. Because if it's VGC Pocket, because at first people were like, it's going to be VGC Pocket. And I'm like, no, they're going to make this amazing experience. And then I thought about it and I'm like, no, there's a real chance it's VGC Pocket.
It could just be VGC Pocket.
And I'm going to be pissed.
You're not wrong.
So.
Can't wait for my Terrifiers see that.
Why are you putting that in the universe?
Because it's Clouds. You don't understand.
I mean, fair. I watched his streams, I know.
I was gonna say he hung out in
Dondozo!
If you've hung out in Clouds and or Jonzu streams, we know what Clouds is about.
Yeah. No, but the thing is, it's like I can see that happening. But I'm really hoping that it's somewhere in the middle. Like, I don't know if it's gonna actually be the big game changer that everybody wants it to be. I'm hoping that they know better than to do a VGC Pocket, because the fact that it's on Switch and mobile kind of tells me that they're trying to bring people from mobile into the Switch. And they're trying to give Switch people an opportunity to play more.
Yeah, I think, realistically speaking, I think the mobile version is probably going to be the intro to games. I think it's probably their attempt at picking it Showdown, right? Yeah, what's up, nerd? Where it's probably just Battle Revolution. That's my assumption. I think it's one of these things where they're going to be like, hey, you're on the train, and I get too many pictures on Twitter of someone thumbing around on Pokemon Showdown while they're just hanging out. You know what I mean?
That's what I was thinking too, to be honest with you.
We used to do VGC Battle on Revolution, by the way. Yeah, so it's like, I think at the end of the day, it's going to be, they want us to be able to go, okay, cool, let me test my team on the road while I'm playing this. And maybe they wind up doing a scenario where, like, you know, you've got X amount of points to have a rental team while you're playing on this, and it's meant to, you know, get you into the Switch to make your own team on the Switch to play with it on Champions, so you can test it. But it also could just be, it could just be
that's the thing. Like, I feel like there's all these different things it could be, and we're all so excited. Like, I would love for it to be a Showdown, but I'm gonna be honest with you. If you asked me to design it, I would design it as a Showdown. Let's just be clear.
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna be that, because of the fact that it has home connectivity. Because if it's Showdown, why do you need home connectivity? So part of me thinks that you're still gonna have to buy the main series game, the main series DLC. You'll get the mons you need. You could transfer them in, and then they're transferred in as the EVs you put them in with, or maybe you can get some sort of currency within the game to then change them within. Just
gonna be transfer mons. Yeah. So Clouds, I'm kind of on the same route of Clouds, where like, if I had to take an actual guess, I'm assuming it's just gonna be put your mons in here and battle.
Like Stadium in the past.
Yeah, exactly like Stadium. A Stadium, God, for you younger people, Battle Revolution, because, oh my God, like Poke Nerds never played an N64.
Dude, I'm starting to feel really old. You should. I am old. I'm 32. I'm gonna croak soon.
You're only 32?
Yeah, I'm only 32. I'm gonna croak soon.
33.
Oh, you're so old. That's it.
One foot in the grave. I've got a foot in the grave. I never had an N64. See?
Do you even know what an N64 is?
I'm 34. Oh, Bear, I'll go buy your tombstone right now, buddy.
No, he's already in the grave. What are you talking about? I'm hoping we could just
read your home boxes and port. Oh, it's a lot of work. You're 100% right.
That's the thing. I do think that that's what it's going to be. I think it's going to be a home, just like it was in Stadium. I will say this though. I think there's a very real possibility that. Okay, so I do think the appeal of this is to bring in
Declaration of Independence.
That's so funny. Yo, Smash Bros and Kirby, that was my shit. But I just want to say one thing. I do think there's a good potential here. So you know how in like Stadium and Revolution all the battle sets were like kind of bad? Yes. And you're like, but they're pre-made sets and you're kind of locked into them unless you bring your own mons in. I think that's also going to carry over because they want to appeal to Go players and just be like, hey, like, you don't know much about Pokemon, but like, here's a competitive set that you could just like mess around with, you know?
Yeah, I would like them to do something like that. Mm-hmm. Whether or not they do,
I think they will.
Is a whole other question.
No, I think they would.
I think they should. I think this should be their answer to Showdown. Like, I really think it should be like, okay, you wanna do this battle like mechanics, do it on my stuff.
Yeah.
Um,
the only issue is I don't want it too
it's gonna
similar.
be all balls, definitely.
Yeah, I just don't want it too similar to Showdown where then they nuke Showdown. Because Showdown's a very good tool that, like, you can practice a game so fast without animation and everything like that. That's the only thing.
Yeah, I mean, but the thing about Showdown is it won't go anywhere, partially because it has that just team build aspect, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's too strong of a tool for it to disappear.
Yeah.
And there's no way they're just gonna give you enough good mons to do things.
That would be my assumption, honestly. But you know what? With me and Pokemon Company, you assume something, you know what happens. And yes,
The worst.
I liked Wolf's video actually a lot. I liked Wolf's video. I'm really excited for it. The fact that they announced it now is a little suspect though, because I'm gonna be honest with you, I was hearing some grumblings that it was gonna be a black and white related thing. Like there were rumors online all the time that there was gonna be a black and white remake.
Yeah.
That didn't happen, and instead this got announced. So I wonder if we were gonna get a remake and that got pushed forward. And then they wanted to announce this because this is what worlds might get played on next year. I think Wolfie was talking about that. I don't know if I believe that much hopium, but it kind of makes sense though. With a double restricted format coming out now, what's next year's world gonna be?
So my assumption with Champions is it's coming out to give you this format of like Terras versus Megas, because we're not getting Gen Z. I don't think we're getting Gen Z. We're getting Gen 10 this year. Yeah.
No,
Gen
we're
Z,
definitely
baby.
not getting Gen 10.
My chat.
Gen 10's,
yeah, Gen
honestly,
10 will be this year, and
no, next November. I would put money on next fall that you're getting Gen 10.
Yeah, like in 2026 is when I think it'll happen, which means they have to figure out some way of riding this VGC momentum because the scene just keeps getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah, you're right.
But we're going to be going on year, what, 3 or 4 of Scarlet and Violet?
It's 4.
Year 4, we're out of shit to do.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree with you. I do think part of me thinks honestly that the reason why the competitive scene is, aside from the whole like, you know, content creators really blowing it up, Terra's a very healthy mechanic for this game. I really think Terra is something to thank for, because I don't know how well Gigantamax would still be doing at this point in time. I didn't play Sword and Shield, so I can't comment.
Clouds wrote a small essay.
So did Don Dozo. I'll read Dozo's. You read Clouds.
Okay. So for Clouds, it's going to be a small mainline story, which probably gets you everything for the actual PvP mode and gives you pre-generated rentals that will be in long-run dog shit teams and at least give newbies team to play. My guess is they're also not going to get rid of the rental team system, but it will only allow you to generate rentals inside of Champions, so people will be more incentivized to transfer to the mods.
That's a great idea.
100% agree.
Yep, definitely. Dozo said, I hate Don Dozo. That's weird. Why would he say that?
I don't know. I mean,
That's
I agree
really
with him.
Weird. That's really weird. But yeah, base take. No, he's like, I think the biggest thing about Champions is that it really will be an answer to Showdown for Pokemon Go side, because of the fact that you don't have a physical game, you can have Pokemon that aren't built for anything, that you wouldn't be able to play Champions. Yeah, no, I agree. That's why I said earlier, I think this is giving Pokemon Go players. So you have people playing Pokemon Go that maybe never even touched Pokemon. They haven't played since Gen 1, since Gen 2. Now they're being reintroduced to it from the nostalgia end. What's an easy way to get them back? That would be, hey, just transfer your Pokemon Go stuff into home. The connectivity is already there. And then you get to play with your mons. And guess what? We'll give you a free competitive set. You can't edit the set, but this is a starting point so that you don't just get handed a platter and say, make food, you know? Like, or not platter, but you're not just handed like a bunch of raw ingredients and you say, make me a 5-course dinner. It's like you're handed a platter with like already pre-made stuff, but you get to pick and choose what you want. I guess that's like the best way to put it. That way, because let's be real, VGC is extremely overwhelming, and singles too, but Pokemon in general is just very overwhelming to dive into.
Yeah, Pokemon is not easy. Competitive Pokemon is hard. Like what genuinely, like what always comes up to my head when it comes to
I agree, Ryan. I do think Gen 10 is going to be a big one for the 30th anniversary. That's a good point too. Maybe they just want to like really just beef up the 30th anniversary. In theory, what you brought up does bring an interesting topic into this. Yeah, well, thank you for the chat, Clouds. And no, I think everybody here has been presenting really good ideas. And the truth of the matter is we're never going to know until the game actually gets like fully announced.
So like But yeah, so kind of getting back to it, right? Like, I think one of the main things when people say, oh, Pokemon is easy, right? I think they're referring to the mainline games, and I think the flaw in that for me is Pokemon is a kid's game. It is always a kid's game. It always has been a kid's game. And I think when we think back about it, right, where we go, oh my God, Pokemon in my day was so much harder. Has anyone as an adult actor, when have you gone back and just played Raw Gen 1 last?
Are you asking me that? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, like last time, have you ever gone back and just played raw ass Gen 1? The most broken, you know, things are just jumping up at you like at the end of a route. It's not hard.
Can I tell you what was difficult? It was we were kids and the amount of hacks drove me insane. That's what slows down the game, because then you have to sit there and be like, oh, I'm paralyzed and I'm poisoned and I'm asleep, all this other stuff. I gotta be honest. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I'm a kid. I didn't know I should probably have antidotes in my pocket.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't want to spend money on anything that's not an Ultra Ball.
Yeah, like that's it. It's not, the games are not difficult. There's nothing about them that's actually difficult. There's just random bullshit, like you were saying, and you're unprepared because you're a kid. Especially if you're compound. It's like, how the heck could Pokemon be hard? Exactly, Ryan. Like, Pokemon is hard when you play it against other people. Yeah. Like, I know people love to mention I miss the battle tower, I miss the battle stadiums, like the end game activities to grind for BP and do that. While I sympathize with the fact that the battle towers are gone, right? I truly do. Going back and playing the battle towers, they're mostly playing against trainers who are doing bullshit to grind out for items to use for competitive. Dude, when you could just streamline how to get competitive. And competitive is Pokemon's endgame. Mm-hmm.
Completely agree. That's also why, like I said, I have been trying to get into competitive Pokemon, for those who don't know, since like 2008, actually. Like when Gen 4 was hot at my summer camp, everybody was playing it. And I kept trying to like it was like YouTube's infancy too, right? So like finding information online, you would really have to like find some very sketch sites to get information. YouTube, you find a handful of videos from like Shofu and that's it. It's like, trying to find that information is hard. And then when you finally find the information and you're like, wait, I didn't know about IVs or like, what's the difference between EVs, IVs? What's this nature? What's all this other crap? Then you have to actually go into the game and do it. And I stopped Gen 4, I tried hard, Gen 5, Gen 6, and by the end of that, I was like, I can't do it anymore. Like, it's just too much. And the fact that I had to grind these, like, battle towers, and I wasn't very good in the first place, it didn't teach me anything. It's a waste of my time.
And like, again, I cannot stress enough, the battle towers, I absolutely loved having the multiplayer function to go into the battle tower, and I was playing it with Mike when we lived together, and it was so much fun.
Oh, that was probably so fun.
It's just bad, right? Like, because eventually you're running into something that's going, okay, cool, prankster T-Wave swagger, and that's how I'm gonna beat you. And just to kind of run it into where like my head's at, right? Is there was a moment in time in Destiny 2 where when the developers were building encounters, the power levels of our characters had gotten so high that they're like, okay, the only way we could balance this encounter is if this portion of it is on a bridge and the enemies try and hit you off the bridge. So the entirety of the encounter is just trying to get knocked off the bridge. And if you go back and play any of these battle towers, when they start getting harder, it's all of a sudden because the AI is just trying to hack you out of the game. Mm-hmm. And it's like, that's not fun. They know they can't program the AI to be smarter than you, mostly. So it hits like a certain point in the ladder where now the AI is just doing bullshit, and you're doing this just so you could grind out the good TMs.
Yeah.
Like,
no, it's
just
bullshit.
So you could go do competitive. It's so much better that they decided to streamline everything. It's so much better that they decided to streamline everything. And it's like you said, like we're talking about an era where it was so much harder to find these things. Like, I know Gen 6, I don't know, we're finally hitting the Pokemon cycle where people are not hating on Gen 6 anymore. But the quality of life improvements on Gen 6 are what got me into being able to start doing competitive Pokemon. Mm-hmm. Because, oh my god, they simplified so much at the start of that. Yeah. That game literally started running through everything, and God bless Shady Penguin. I wish this man blew up more than he did. I love Shady Penguin. I wish his his content blew up. The man deserves over 1 million subs, in my opinion. Because I think he's sort of the granddaddy of where PokeTube came from.
He is. He's one of the goats.
Yeah, and like, I hate he shaved his head. Listen, man, at some point we all got to do it. At some point we all got to do it.
Oh,
or you're gonna wind up like John Cena on the internet, dude. Hold on, I don't know if anyone has seen John Cena's bald spot. But I can tell you the internet has, and I just sent this to
the internet
John,
never forgets.
Especially now that John Cena became a bad guy. But like, hold on.
Oh my God, that's so bad.
It's so bad, and they turned his bald spot into the O for his thing. So eventually we all gotta shave it, buddy. It's coming. He's the GOAT in my opinion. He also taking a break to form. Yeah, no, like he genuinely gotten to the point where like he is. I swear now I'm keeping my hair, brother. You better go to Turkey. But like it's literally like his videos, him and Shofu came out with so many guides of like, hey, this is how you build competitive mons. This is how you start into it. And that was when singles was a thing. And then honestly, probably one of the smartest things that Pokemon did was kill off the single ladder.
Yeah.
I wish Timer got freed, but Timer dying is what made me learn VGC because I wanted to play competitive Pokemon.
Yeah. But
I couldn't do singles anymore on cart. Also, oh my God, is that John? Is that I am John, or did I read Ryan again? No, it's Ryan. Okay.
That's
Ryan's
so funny.
still cute too.
Actually, you know what's really funny? Totally unrelated, but like sort of related. So me, Mike, and Ryan started up our podcast again, and I went back on YouTube and I was just going back to like some of our earlier podcasts, and like I think one of our first ones was with you as a guest.
Was it?
Do you remember that? We were talking.
Might have been.
We were talking about Sun and Moon actually, and we
Oh
were
my God,
going.
yes.
Yeah, and you were like, "Yeah, I'm like a singles player, but like I want to learn VGC, and like VGC's getting like, dude, you could win like $500 at a VGC tournament." And dude, you got to go back and listen to it because we're all so young and so like it's 2016. but we were talking. Wait, what did you say?
Oh my God! Don't say that number again. It makes me feel so old.
Oh, 2016. I know. You realize that's 10 years ago.
That was before the bad times happened, before they shot the gorilla. Free Harambe.
Oh my God. But no, so the thing is, like, I was listening to it and I'm like, we all said exactly what we were saying now, which was we want to play, but it's so annoying to get into it. And then X and Y fixed a lot of those issues. And Sun and Moon as well, I think, still fixed a lot of them. But
Sun and Moon fixed even more.
The issue with Sun and Moon that I had was you still had to grind the battle tower for those points to get the items, and it just was a waste of time. I think Battle Tower should still be in the game. Like, I think what was the Emerald Battle Frontier, like that kind of stuff is amazing, but don't lock competitive stuff behind it. Like, lock cosmetics.
Yeah, like having a grindable thing is there, and I think they were trying to do that with the Champions Cup in this. It's just not the same.
No,
you know?
they need to go back to having actual cosmetics in the game. And if you really want it so that like something feels exclusive, like I would grind for ribbons again. I would grind for
I think
yeah, go ahead.
I'm firmly behind if we did ribbon grinding, and now that they're not afraid to do it, 100 wins in a row gets you a shiny.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I think that's fine because like the hard goddamn what is it, Ogre House thing, the hard mode Ogre House thing, grind it and you got shiny Munchlax. I think Pokemon,
I saw that.
Pokemon staff.
Yeah. Wait, did you get Lunch Tray's hilarious. Did you do the Ogre Oustin thing?
Yes.
Okay, I've only ever played solo. I've literally never played with anybody. I get up to like level 7, I can't get past it.
I want you to understand something. If you decided to say like, hey, I'm doing Ogre Ousting, and you threw it in the Discord and you asked for help, there's gonna be like 6 people that show up.
Okay, I may have to because
they'll help you.
I wanted to complete it so bad.
Just word of advice, and I'm saying it because he's here, because I never talk shit about Dozo behind his back. Don't let Dozo do it. He's gonna throw first. Dozo just throws all the time. No matter what you do, he's throwing.
That actually reminded me of something too.
Cuts him up. Yes,
yes. But so the ball sparkles, and also things like DA, like things that you could do with viewers, like Pokemon, or I guess Game Freak really needs to start looking at the fact that the game has essentially gone viral online. Like the esport has grown tenfold from what it used to be. I read somewhere that Sword and Shield, if you had a 50-person regional, you were happy. Like towards the end of it. Like, yeah. Like you need to ride this wave and put things in your game. Like we need to have a versus recorder. That needs to exist. There's no reason that shouldn't, which I hope they put in Champions. But put something like Dynamax Adventures. I know it sucked, but put something like that where people could join, like raids, and make them a little bit more exciting, and let viewers join in on the experience. You know, have more of those multiplayer things.
I don't play Ogre House 6.
Ogre House is one of them, but it sucks.
I started such a mini war. Just by calling out Dozo. Now Ryan got dragged into this.
Oh no.
Dozo, you throw all the time. Anyway. But I think there's I think it's a legitimate conversation to have.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I think there's so many things they could do, because it literally is like, so like I will not forget that when I went to Toronto and it was 617 people,
mm-hmm.
and when I went, it was the largest regional of all time when I showed up there.
Yeah, and then it happened again, and then it happened again and again.
Every single regional is the largest regional of all time.
Like, that's just crazy.
Yeah, like it's literally 760. Was it 716 when I showed up? I don't know. But it's literally every single regional is breaking the attendance record. Listen, all I know is I was top 128 in that tournament.
That's amazing. Good for you.
I'm running it to the bank.
No, good for you. Good for you.
It was so much fun to just pop in. So, and it's funny. I'm taking it to the bank because the people that I lost to was the guy who took top 16. I'm forgetting the kid's name, but he was recently in top 16 of another regional, and he played such a fucking unique team. Every team that I had a matchup I practiced for, I beat. This kid had such a unique team. He did great. He was playing Dozo on one of the most recent events. I could find his team. And then another player who wound up qualifying for Worlds, and they are the one who knocked me out of the competition playing Spam, which was the one matchup where I was talking with Reiki after I lost. He's like, "Oh yeah, no, that team's an auto lose. You can't beat it." I was like, "Oh great."
Oh,
the
lovely.
one person
I love
playing
that.
Spam.
I'm
so glad I ran into them on my winning end. So like I take this with such a thing of pride that I did this on tournament 1,
mm-hmm.
and I need to go again.
You need to. You have to.
Hey, Nicole, by the way, I'm gonna probably bug Clouds because I found out I don't have my daughter April 19th.
I'm just saying, April 19th, if you're in the New York area.
April 19th, maybe Moxie does Long Island.
Yo, I'm just saying, no, for real though, that would be really cool. I would love to have you there.
Is it Reg G?
Unfortunately, it is Reg G because Reg I should be announced by then, but we can't run an official tournament on that because it's usually, you know how they announce it at the beginning of the month and then it takes like a year. Or a year. Oh my god, a year. A month. It takes a month. Sorry, I'm starting to get a little tired, but it takes a month for that regulation to then like actually become official. So I think Reg I becomes official in May.
It feels like it. Don't worry, it really does.
But for any TCG players, rotation will happen, so we will be playing post rotation at the tournament for TCG. Man.
All right, so Clouds, you need to coach me into, or at least give me a decent team so I can practice again, so I don't lose to the Zhang brothers and Joe UX9.
Dude, it'd be sick.
Okay, hear me out. Oh no. Clouds is gonna say, "Hear me out. Don't play."
It's gonna be fun. I'm excited. Like
It's really hurts. Clouds, I love that Clouds knows that I'm such an Unga Bunga player that he exclusively tells me to play Unga Bunga.
I think that's what I play. I want to say I'm like a defensive, like balanced player, but I feel like I just have to go aggressive.
I think when I played Clouds, the Reiki team for Reg D, that was balanced, right? The Icy Wind Flutter, what do cell phones have on them? Cameras. He's not wrong.
Think about it.
I'm following. At this point, Lunch Tray can convince me the Earth's flat.
Yeah, Lunch Tray had me saying some weird shit about Charizard EX the other day.
I have to look at which event you're talking about.
I can play a trailer. I can play a quick little 1-minute trailer for people.
Oh, could we?
Yeah.
Is that something you could like?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say, could you like Discord it to me?
Give me 1 second. Let me shut off my music.
Let me shut off my music.
It's a copyright-free music, by the way, so you should be fine.
I mean, it's fine because I play copyrighted music either way.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
It was the Reiki top 16 clouds. It was Dark Shifu, Lando Eye, Fluttermane, Iron Hands, Suian Arcanine, and I'm blanking on my last one right now.
Yo, you let me know when you're ready to go. I'll hit play.
Oh, hold on, where is it? No, it popped up on the wrong thing. All right, chat, can we see? Ah, it just started playing. All right, chat, we ready?
You count down, you tell me.
All right, ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, that's me. My name.
It's Dial. Was that a Zekrom? This
Yep.
man's cooking.
Yeah, they were cooking. Yeah, each tournament's 74 players.
It's balanced, kind of. Yeah, it was kind of balanced. I think it was like offensive balance.
Amazing, but I kept it in there because it was hilarious. Can you beat the competition, Dozo?
Is that Goku and the Dark Magician?
Oh my god, I love it. Yeah, so it's gonna be a really big event. It's gonna be hopefully maxed out at 74 people per event, and then there's gonna be 2 of them, hopefully. So we're at like 33 for TCG and 28, I think I said before, for VG. So, you know, we're not at cap, but I'm expecting a lot more people to actually pre-register closer to the event, because a lot of people are like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing on April 19th. So, but just keep in mind, everything has to be a pre-register. So if you do want to go, there's no day of registration, because you have to pay beforehand and submit your team list beforehand.
Any big names? So it's the Zangs, Joe UX9,
one Zang,
Supercross is
one Zang
casting, a Zang.
Yeah, Brendan
Zang.
Yeah,
Brendan Zang. Oh god, I'm gonna lose so hard. I'm gonna pull one of the great players.
I'm trying to get Tom Hayden to come through too. I don't know if he's busy or not, but I know he's big on the local scene. But we have Joe UX9, Brendan Zang, Jacob Scraw, James Bake.
James Beck is coming?
Yeah, he's coming.
I'm so doomed.
Now let me pull this up again.
If there comes to be 2 sets, put me in the baby bracket.
Oh, stop.
I could be...
Stop.
This is me that never knew how to read. Yo, what's going on? Because that's a small region.
No, it is. And then we have Chris Hahn.
Is.
Chris Hahn. He's the one that won seniors, right? Chris Hahn?
Probably.
I think Chris Hahn's the guy that won seniors. So he's coming too. And then a bunch of other people, but I don't want to expose everybody. I just know that those are the big names. And then we're getting Chuppa to cast it.
I have to lock in so hard.
And then Darsh. Tyson and Darsh Patel are casting PG.
Yeah, we might get into it, nerd, but me and Dial have turned this into a yapfest, and I'm kind of enjoying the yapfest.
Honestly, I'm loving the yapfest. That's why I'm doing that podcast with now we have to get you on the podcast again. 10 years later, he returns.
It's the return on the 10-year anniversary. Talking about my takes.
Pokey Nerd, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that so much.
Yeah. Yo, Specs, follow Dial right now.
Oh, I appreciate you. Only if you enjoy it. It's no pressure, because I've hit my follow threshold.
So I think I don't know if you've met Eric, but Specs is Eric. Eric is one of my best friends. Stop yelling at me. Go Eric. Fucking follow one. I'll stop yelling, dude.
I don't know Eric. I know somebody else that you call by the last name.
Oh, I don't call him by his last name.
Okay. You have a friend that you call exclusively by the last name.
Me?
You, yeah. And Mike, you have another friend. No, not Forlenza. Oh, dude, I love Forlenza, but it's not Forlenza.
Yeah, no, she's one of like the 6 people that call him Mike.
Yeah, because to be fair, I worked with him, so that's why I know him. Thank you, Specs. I appreciate that. Mike's actually on my podcast, which I think we're going to start doing weekly again. So if you want to listen to Mike Yap, you can follow me. Listen to Mike Yap. But it sounds like we're going to get you... Huh?
The Fantabulous Flying Falenza.
I even got him on cams, dude.
I saw. I was proud of you.
Yeah. No, Mike, I love Mike.
I love for calling him Mike.
I can't. I worked with him. It's a respect thing. I have to call him Mike.
Eric Zorbonsky.
That's so funny. That's so funny. All right. So next thing to yap about then. What do you want for Gen 10?
a game that runs well.
That's asking too much. That's asking too much.
I know his parents on a first name basis, and I still don't call him Mike. That's true.
I should tell Mike to hop in here. Let me get Mike.
Just yell at him. I don't know if we can get him in. I don't know if we can though.
Oh, is he busy?
Like we could get his because he doesn't have a Twitch like that.
Oh, I just meant to view, not to like. I mean, he's welcome to come talk, but
what the he never comes out. I lived with the man. You worked with the man. Where is Valenza?
I'm guilt tripping. I said, Mike, get in Twitch. We are talking about you on stream.
Perfect. Oh my god. But yeah, so like for me, for Gen 10, my main priority is just the game function on a base level. I want the game to function on a base level, 60 FPS. So I don't really care about multiple regions. I would like there to be Ben 10 for Gen 10. I would like there to be more stuff to do with the single player, right? Like if we could bring back a battle tower, but have nothing to do with competitive, give me some kind of an incentive for it. I want something to do with my viewers that functions better than Terra raids. I like the Dynamax adventures. I thought those were a lot of fun.
Those are more fun than raids, like 100%.
They're way more fun because they're turn-based. Bring back the turn-based because real-time doesn't work. Real-time just does not work. It all makes it all... Gen 10 confirmed. I mean, it's gonna happen, bro, but you're gonna have to wait for the Switch too.
No, I agree with all this, by the way.
Yeah, I think I want something to do with my viewers. Keep Terra. I know it's not like necessarily a wild take because I know they're gonna change some kind of a battle mechanic. I think of if we look at the main 4 battle mechanics we've had in Megas, Z moves, G Max, and Terras. I think Terras have been by far the most balanced while being impactful.
I actually agree.
I think it has to stay an open team sheet environment in competitive for that. I will say one thing that Terras do is it makes closed best of one a nightmare.
Yes, that is my problem with Terra. So I can ran here and like shill Terra for like 5 hours because I actually think Terra is the best mechanic by far. I just think it doesn't look fun. Like visually it's boring. It looks kind of stupid. Like Megas, and I actually really like Gigantamax. I think that stuff looks cool. The balance isn't quite there, but the problem is at least with Megas and Terras you can kind of tell like what's gonna happen versus Terra. There's way too many random things that just breaks open closed team sheet, and it breaks best of one, and it honestly makes cart ladder feel useless unless you're unless you're in like a Japanese environment where you're only competing closed team sheet. Then it's like that's good practice, but most regions don't compete that way, so it feels like on a competitive level it's stupid. But yes, I would love to see Terra return, or at least like I said earlier with champions, if they rotate through. So like this season it's Gigantamax, this season it's Terra, although you'd have to start coming out with more Gigantamaxes and more Megas and stuff like that to
try playing 3v3 against a Japan player only, then you'll realize the evil of Terra. Yeah, exactly. Like
let them deal with their bullshit though.
Yeah, I can firmly sit here and say that if you have no team sheet, Terra is a nightmare. It's disgusting.
100%.
I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it, right? Like it's genuinely all respect to the boy like Tapo Wapo, who's out here like topping GCs, and he's always at the top of the ladder dealing with this absolute horrid nightmare.
I can't do it.
I do it because it's, you know, my bread and butter on this thing, but like it is super kicking the player. I think what Dragonite said is probably awesome if they could find a way of implementing it, of putting Terra as like finding some way of doing an open team sheet. Even if you just told me what your Terra types are, I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
right? Like
I
if
agree.
I can inspect you and it says like, hey, this is Terra Fire.
Let me just respond to Lunch.
With the ladder.
Yeah, let me just respond to Lunch Tray really quick. So he's asking about how, because Lunch Tray, just so you guys know, only plays the TCG, and he's just trying to learn it. So Terra is not EX. Terra changes the type of the Pokemon. So like Charizard is a fire type, right? But if it's Terra Dark, it's a dark Pokemon. That's why Charizard doesn't hit Archaludon for weakness, because Archaludon's weakness is fire, but Charizard is dark. It's kind of like the old Delta species in TCG, if you remember those. However, in the TCG, Terras are like not really actually easily like it's hard to tell if it's Terra unless you look at the picture and if you know what Terra looks like. It's like a little crystal over their heads. That's the easiest. And then there's like a little tiny rule box that says this is a Terran Pokemon and it doesn't get affected by bench damage. But anyway, sorry, continue.
No, you're good. Yeah, Dragonite, like a little Terra thing. Ryan, so I hope that there is a 0% chance we have a best of 3 ladder. And I'll tell you why. It just takes too long.
Yeah.
For the experience of hopping on a ladder, playing some games, and hopping off, it just takes too long. Especially if you're going with like a ranked environment where you'll be hopping on, you know, playing a set that's going to take like 30 minutes for one round. You know, I mean, even then, maybe it's not 30 minutes. Maybe I'm talking like 20. But 20 minutes to have one full game, it's just too long for that sort of environment. I would appreciate if a best of 3 ladder was in Champions.
Yeah.
Because there's 100% a different skill set in playing best of 3 versus best of 1. I learned that thanks to John Zoo and Clouds.
It's true.
But it's 100%. It's such a different skill set to try and have and like go through. And it just requires so much more thinking. Genuinely, I mean, you guys know, like Toronto was sort of one of my absolute favorite VGC moments. It also made me need to take a break from TCG because of VGC, because I was like burnt trying to be like, okay, I'm prepping for this. I need to get like, I knew I needed to step my game up. So like I was playing best of 3 ladder all day, just all day. The second my daughter went to bed, it was just best of 3 ladder. And then like if it was, well, no, not even just my daughter went to bed. So if my daughter went to bed and then like my baby mama was like, you know, went to bed, I was popping up Showdown. I was playing best of 3 ladder. The days that I was supposed to stream, I cut down to like 1, and those days I was just doing the best of 3 ladder. And it blows out your brain, dude. It blows out your brain.
No,
best of 1 with its bullshit shenanigans, you could at least just go, bah!
You can't get as mad. Like, you can get mad, but then you can't get as mad at yourself. Because it's like, how was I supposed to know he suddenly had this random ass, like, ground Terra? Or like, like come on, like who runs a ground Terra in 2025? So it's like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, you get mad, but you don't get that mad over it. I like on cart though, like this is the problem. On cart, if I pick it up and I'm at like a friend's house and I just want to play one quick game, it's like I can just go play one. Even though I know like Showdown's better for actual practice, but sometimes it's like I want my friends to like watch me do a Pokemon match. They're not gonna watch me do a Showdown, you know, like somebody who doesn't play Pokemon at least.
Yeah, I love Showdown, but it's ugly.
Yeah, well, that's the thing too. And then it's like I want to try to show people and get like more friends into it and be like, look how fun this game looks. They're not gonna want to play after looking at Showdown. They're gonna want to play after looking at cart. But
Callie was gonna 1v2 some normal Terrazation.
Oh no.
Get got, dude. They get absolutely destroyed.
I don't think Dondozo, I'm gonna be honest with you, I see a lot of people saying like, oh, they're gonna do battles where it's Dynamax and Megas and Terra all in the same time. I don't think it's gonna be like that. I think that was just purely for animation for the trailer. I really do think it's gonna be seasonal. So it's like Reg G is a Terra regulation. And then Reg I is maybe Terra but with more Pokemon, and then once they get to a point they'll be like, okay, we've exhausted the Terra mechanic, let's bench that, and now let's try this new Pokédex with Megas, but only Megas, you know? Like, think about this for, I think this will help explain it. Think about how many regulations in Sword and Shield, if you had Terra, could have allowed for more Pokemon to be used, because that's the thing, right? Terra allows you to use way more Pokemon that wouldn't normally be used. So what I think they should do, Clouds, is instead of possibly do all 4, I think they should just limit it to Terra or Mega, and you get to do 1 per game. You're either Terraing a Pokemon or you're gonna Mega the Pokemon. Especially because, like, well, again, while I love Mega, and I think you touched on it on your podcast, Nicole, but excuse me, if you see a certain Pokemon, you know it's gonna Mega, right? It's just kind of, you know, it's just kind of what it is. If you see a Beedrill, like, that shit's gonna Mega. Yeah.
And then, even then, like, Mega Beedrill's still not good because it's just gonna get double Aqua Jetted and die. Camera up, shut the fuck up, Dragonite. The wound is too soon. That wound is too fresh.
Oh no.
it genuinely, it's like it really is one of these things. Like, you're gonna see a Pokemon that's bad that has a Mega, and you're gonna go, okay, cool, this team's gonna Mega. But it also devolves into when you're playing a match, and let's say you don't see an obvious Mega, and you just see like, oh look, it's Salamence and Ogerpon's there. I wonder who's gonna do what, and it's like either Mon's viable without it. But I think, yeah, exactly. I think Clouds is right, and obviously Nicole, you're about to say, I think seasonal gimmicks makes the most amount of sense.
Yeah, and
personally, I just think keep G-Max and keep Z moves in Evolve.
I mean, I'm also fine with that because, again, I don't think either of them are like particularly like good. The only thing I liked about Gigantamax, honestly, was that I felt like the models and like the animations were very cool. Like visually, it looked amazing, like what I would want a Pokemon game to look like. I don't think it was balanced at all, but
yeah, I think it was you're right, it was so cool. It was not balanced.
Yeah, 100%. And Z moves are just trash. I think they realize that. But no, I agree with you, and I think honestly, there's a lot of things that they can do to really make VGC more consistent and more what's the word I'm looking for? Like, you want to keep it consistent, but you also want to make it fresh, which is why I think the seasonal is the way to go. And then also, now that you have everything in an external game, ideally you don't have to keep making new models every generation, right? You update things visually if you need to, but then you don't have to put the resources towards, we got to go program another 1100 Pokemon into this game. Now it's let's slowly introduce 200 Pokemon at a time. Maybe every season, then we do 100, 200 new Pokemon, and then we throw each one of these different mechanics at it separately. Okay, after 6 months, we rotate into another Pokédex. I mean, if you think about it, that's kind of what happens with like other seasonal games, right? Is like especially like Path of Exile or like Diablo. I know it's a little bit different of a type of genre, but I feel like the concept applies, if that makes sense.
Is that better for you? Just let me know. But yeah, I think the concept completely applies. If someone told me Gen 8 and told me it came out after Gen 9, I believe it looks so much better.
Yes, I agree.
I think yes and no, right? I think Gen 8 had a lower scope, so I think the art style looked nicer. But like when Magneton, dude, like Steel Pokemon look Steel. I think the textures on the models are nicer on Gen 9, but I think Gen 8 is a genuinely, like, it's not a bad looking game. I don't think any of these games look bad. I think they take the snippet of like, look at this thing in the draw distance on the Nintendo Switch that's got the same power as your cell phone, and then they blow it out of fucking proportion. Like, genuinely, if you play Gen 8 and you never step foot in the wild area, game looks really good. And if you step into the wild area and don't turn on the internet, it runs fine.
Oh my god.
Press the internet in the wild area, suddenly your game shits the bed because the Switch is like, I don't fucking know how to process information, and now I've got to load up all these wild Pokemon and these random drop in, drop out fucking blueberries in the game, and I'm gonna go on fire. If you play the Switch handheld and you're playing Gen 8, the second you turn the internet on, you step like 6 feet forward in the wild area, your thing just going
so bad. So bad. Dude, does your Switch actually make a fan noise? Because mine does.
Yeah, I have the OG Switch.
Yeah, me too. It sounds like it's like scratching, and I'm like, I need the new Switch now. No, but I agree with you. I agree with you. And you know what's crazy is Breath of the Wild, which was a launch title, has a better draw distance than Pokemon that came 6 years after the game came out, after the and a second generation on that console. Keep that in mind.
Yes.
That's the other thing too. No excuses.
Hear me out. I have reasons.
Okay.
I have actual reasons. Okay, ready?
Bring them.
So first of all, Breath of the Wild, beautiful, amazing draw distance. Let's not pretend that the second you don't go into the forest and there's fog in it, that the game starts sputtering like a motherfucker.
Very true.
The second anything on the Switch needs to process shit, it starts exploding.
I 100% agree.
Just change your stream titles. Change my stream title to Yapfest 9000.
Oh, I should change my stream title. How do hold on. Edit stream info. Yapfest with Mrmoxiemence. I'm gonna type Pokemon Yapfest so people know. Do I have to go just chatting?
I'm not.
Okay, I'm not either.
But so when you play Yap Squad Assemble, so when you play Gen 9, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's so much more that this game has to try and process.
Oh, thanks, Alex.
Festival with the funny guy.
I appreciate you. Say hi to Chris. That's Alex.
Hi, Alex. It's nice to meet you through the internet.
15 people. He says, nice to meet you through the internet. Thank you. I know, I messaged him like, can you get me some water? I'm streaming.
I have 1 can of zero sugar root beer that has been nursing me through this.
I love that. I know. I need more. I'm dying over here. Actually, I'm gonna open the window really quick, but keep talking.
Okay, so actually, I gotta wait for Dials so I can continue this because you guys have heard. I don't know if you guys have heard me do this rant before, but I think that the Pokemon games have to process more than they're giving credit for. Dio came back at the perfect time.
Okay,
so
perfect.
I genuinely think Pokemon has to process more than everyone actually wants to give it credit for.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's why these games run like shit. And if you ever watch somebody play it on a PC emulator, the games run perfectly. So
you mean Scarlet and Violet?
Yeah.
I've never. That's a good point. I've actually never watched it.
If somebody plays it on a PC emulator, the game runs perfect. Did I flip my camera? No, it's the same. It's in the same spot. It looks off because like Dial's over here. Well, Dial's down here.
Thank you.
And if we're looking at stream together, I look this way to look at her, but my mic is flipped. No, I'm sorry. I look this way to look at her, but the thing is flipped. So in reality, it's like it's weird.
Yeah, mine's flipped too. Sorry.
Yeah, we just gotta run with it for you. All right, stop. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtains.
Listen, we need more subs to buy better equipment, you know? I'm just kidding.
So, so basically, I think what people don't give Pokemon credit for, especially in Scarlet and Violet, right, is it has this large draw distance. Within this large draw distance, you have a specific set number of Pokemon that have variable levels they could be, that have variable spawn rates, that have variable chances if they're going to be a shiny, that have variable chances of which specific part of the draw distance this specific Pokemon is popping up from. And the game has to process this while you're just walking around pulling up its draw distance. And each one of those Pokemon within that variable level range they have to have a moveset ready to be loaded up. And there's no loading times.
Mm-hmm.
When people bring up the Breath of the Wild runs better or Tears of the Kingdom run better, the second there's particle effects in those games, they run like dog shit.
That's true.
They do not have to load up the same amount of info per model that Pokemon does. A Bocoblin's Bokoblin, and then after X amount of hearts, the Bokoblin goes from red to blue, and the red ones don't exist anymore.
No, that's a good point, actually, and I never considered it that deep. Like, listen, I do shit on Game Freak because I still personally think that the Scarlet and Violet thing was unacceptable the way it shipped. However, I'm also not like, I understand like what they had to go up against. They're on a very short, very, they have quick cycles that they got to get through. Honestly, I think we'd have the next generation game now if it wasn't for the Terra leak, and for COVID putting them behind a little bit. So,
yeah. And like, they can't delay it.
Yeah, and
it's the only franchise, and you cannot delay it.
You cannot delay it. Unfortunately, the games don't even make them any money. It's literally just a catalyst to then make more anime, make more cards, and more merchandise. That's where they make their money. But all that aside, listen, I'll give Game Freak credit where credit's due. From a design standpoint, I think Scarlet and Violet is probably the best designed Pokemon game since Black and White. I just think overall the execution was really poor, and you know.
No, yeah, 100%. So it's very funny because I had this conversation with a viewer when they came in during like my initial Scarlet and Violet playthrough, and I will never forgive them for migraines I got from the early Doza hunts. Oh my god. So like when people are asking like, what do you think about this Pokemon game? Like, where do you like stack it? And I still sit in this camp that I think Pokemon Scarlet and Violet are the best Pokemon games, but I don't think they are good games.
That's fair.
If that makes sense.
No, that's fair. That's a fair assessment. Yeah,
because I can't sit here and tell somebody like on a Pokemon game, this is a 9 out of 10 for me. It's giving me everything that I want. So much has been streamlined. If we're talking in a game perspective, I think it is far too it is far too buggy for me to sit here and say it's a good game. You know what I mean? It's in my top 5. It's mine 2. It's my number 2. You all know me, I've got a Gen 2 soft spot, baby.
Gen 2's great. No, I agree. I agree though, because I kind of I want to praise the game for what it did right, but I need to recognize its faults as well. Like, I'm not somebody who's just gonna be like, it's my favorite game, so there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, Twilight Princess is probably my favorite game, but there's definitely things wrong with it, you know?
Yeah, like, my favorite game's Mass Effect 2, and while I will sit here and tell you it's a perfect game, it's got problems.
You know deep down. It's the same thing with WoW, but that's a whole separate conversation. But yeah.
You'll need to stop. I'll ban you all talking shit on Gen 2. You think I won't?
Dude, I actually really want to replay through the, like, OG Silver, not the remake. Just because I only recently replayed through the remake, through Heart Gold. So I kind of want to play. But yeah, I agree. I think it's a design. I think they really took a leap. They tried something that they never did before. I mean, the open world Pokemon, I think that's the direction the series needs to go, which is hilarious because I'm actually very adamantly, anybody who talks to me knows I'm very adamantly just randomly making games open world. I'll be honest with you. This is a hot take and I'm definitely going to get some haters. So get ready. I don't like Breath of the Wild and I didn't play Tears of the Kingdom. I know that's a hot take. I know I'm on the internet out here slandering it, but I like the more, like, I don't want to say super old school, but I don't feel like Zelda needed to go open world to continue making good games. And I know that's a hot take.
I wound up putting the end screen stream when you said that.
Yo, I'm getting canceled. No, but here's the thing. I respect people who like it. Like, I respect the game. And I know it's a really good game that people love. But personally, I'm just like, I don't love all the open world stuff. So, but I think Pokemon is a game where open world works. Like Xenoblade, obviously that's an open world RPG. That's amazing. I want more open world stuff. I don't know. I'm probably biased because, like I said, Twilight Princess is my favorite game. I want more games like Twilight Princess or Majora's Mask. So
like, I'm kind of with you. I think Zelda lended itself nicely to the open world.
That's fair.
I think what Zelda did for the open world was a little bit smoother than what Pokemon did for the open world. I wish, and honestly, this will be my Gen 10 hope. I hope Gen 10 is still open world, but I hope that I'm not actually soft locked to where I go, right? So Scarlet and Violet is open world with the illusion of being an open world. Because, like, I could go run to the Psychic Gym as my first gym battle, but I'll get shit stomped because everything's level 50. As opposed to, like, there's this set progression that they go, this is the order you probably should fight the gyms in. I would like them to kind of call back to something I think everyone has always speculated on, but was confirmed in Black and White 2, where gym leaders have multiple teams, right? Like, what's his name? Sharon is basically like, if I used my actual team, I would have whooped your ass, kid.
Yeah.
Like, let me do that. Let me go play the gyms in any order. Yeah. And let the gym leaders scale to me. I think that's realistically what I would like the most. I don't know if we can get that because, again, I don't know if a Nintendo Switch system can process that yet.
Yeah.
But that's kind of where I'm at, is I like the open world. But I can't necessarily get it twisted and say this is actually an open world.
Yeah.
For anyone who's here for my original Scarlet playthrough, I remember getting to the desert early, and I think it might have been Ryan, actually. It might have been Ryan or it was Bear who told me, hey, go fight the Titan Iron Treads. You could do it, buddy. And my Pokemon were like level 25. And I was like, there's literally no shot that I can actually do that. And then I got bullied into it and I did it. And it was comedy. I got shit stomped. But it's like, there was a 0% chance of success. Because it's not actually. The world's open, but it ain't open.
Yeah. Sorry, Bear, I'm gonna fix that. I don't know why I automatically deleted it. I
think it might have just
because it's a link.
Yeah.
Oh, did the link go through? It says it deleted. I'm gonna.
Oh no, it's on my stream. It's here.
Okay, I fixed it, Bear. You can repost it if. Oh, I see what you're saying because it's a shared chat. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. What I was gonna say was I do agree with you because you're right. It's supposed to be open world, but there's the illusion I did like, though, like, you had the ability to go challenge the gym, because what I would hate even more is it's open world, but actually you can't challenge the sixth gym until you beat the fifth gym. I feel like that's a little too much. Yes, you can't just roll up to 50, but I agree. I think a scaling one would be better. What I liked about Scarlet and Violet was that the world actually was big. And I feel like, I was kind of, like, when Alex and I played together, we would try to, like, thanks for stopping by, Clouds. Appreciate you. And thank you for the support, too. I really appreciate it. I really feel like I went with Alex into any single corner, like every nook and cranny. We were looking for definitely a new Pokemon.
I'll need it. I'll need things.
So I actually feel like the game made me do what it wanted me to do, which was I did explore. I tried to complete as much of the Pokédex as I could before I beat the game. I feel like a lot of it was a letdown. Like Area 0, the entire thing was exactly the same. Even though I know there were like 3 tiers of it. Those tiers individually were cool, but within each tier, it felt exactly the same. And that was my issue also with Paldea. Was, it was a huge game, but I felt like I was in an open field for 80% of it, and then the other 20% was like a forest or the mountain. So that was my issue with that. But those are things, though, that, like, those can be changed. Like, that's not a design flaw. That's probably just they ran out of time than an actual, like, design decision, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, like, I have not paid too much attention to the Terra leak, mostly because I know the leaker was just outright kind of like, I'm not actually going to share information on new stuff, and I don't care about background information on old stuff. But I did see that they were showing, like, hey, here's all these concepts we have for the games and, like, what we want to do, and here's, like, old code showing things, and this is what an animation was supposed to look like. And I did like looking at, like, people commenting, like, why didn't they do this? And it's because the fucking Switch can't do it, dude.
Yeah.
What, that's why. Yeah. They were like, this is a good idea, and then they tried to process it, and the game went,
yeah.
So they didn't do it.
Yeah. Well, and then in some of the stuff too, like, I don't want to spoil anything, but, like, when you look back at stuff that they cut from Black and White 2, or the fact that they were gonna make a Z, but X and Y had such bad reception that they didn't do it, and they ran out of time, and, like, all this other stuff, then you look back and you're like, wow, the community literally screwed itself out of a lot of things because it just complained so much.
So, like, genuinely, and I will die on this hill.
Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Gen 8's story is 1,000% the response to everyone saying Pokemon stories don't make any sense. Because in every other Pokemon story, right, you're just some 10-year-old kid, suddenly you stop the mob.
Yeah.
Twice.
Yeah.
You're a 10-year-old kid, suddenly you stop a world-ending calamity. And the memes that run around is everyone going, there's so many adults in this world who were close to your level, and they do nothing. They don't try and stop shit.
Yep.
In Gen 8, the adults do things. Leon is doing everything, and you're just a 10-year-old doing your gym challenge. You were literally doing what the entire community has complained about you not doing the whole game. And it's not until he does everything off screen, Ryan. He does everything off screen. And it's not until the very end where you go to fight Eternatus, where you go, hold on, maybe Leon doesn't have this. I'm going to go help him out. And you go to the top of the thing, and Leon, technically speaking, had it. He almost caught Eternatus. Eternatus just broke out and then went hyperdrive, and Leon goes, fuck, I've got 1 Mon left, and I ran out of revives. And then you step up.
Yeah.
And that is the only thing you do in the game.
It's
you
funny.
Step up where he's finally failed. And it's funny because it's literally the first time in anything that the adults did everything they were supposed to do. The champion of the region did his job. And we consider it the worst Pokemon story of them all.
It's funny. It's funny because, you know what? I'm going to be real with you. I never thought of it that way. I never thought of it from that perspective. I never pay attention to the stories. I'll be real with you.
Same.
I when I was a kid, I paid attention more, which is why I think I like the story of Gen 2 a lot too. I mean, objectively, Gen 2 just has a good story.
Love Gen 2.
Gen 2 is great. Especially when they try to go more with, like, the ancient stuff, and then you're just in, like, a current world trying to learn about the past. I think the problem is when they try to take it too much in the direction of, like, saving the world, that kind of thing. I actually did like Black and White's story a lot too, but because it was kind of philosophical, you know, with the whole, like, should we be capturing these Pokemon? Like, is it right of us to be doing it? But we're forming partnerships in the end, you know, that kind of thing. I agree. Gen 1's story was simple and cool, but it was the first one. I think nobody ever mocks Gen 1 because it's so simple, and because when Gen 1 came out, you had nothing to compare it to. Gen 2 came out, and Gen 2's story is better than Gen 1's, I think. But that's because you had Gen 1 also to compare it to. So it's like every time a new generation comes out, you have a whole backlog, right? So you come to Sword and Shield. I mean, I don't think Sword and Shield necessarily was bad, but like, look at how many games before it you're comparing it to. Scarlet and Violet, though, I have to say is probably one of the worst stories. And you get up to the Area Zero part, though, and that shit went cracked. Like, when you first step into Area Zero, you get in there and the music changes and it's like that chorus. And you're like, wait, we're not in Paldea anymore. I mean, we are, but, you know, we're not in Paldea anymore. And you step out and that crater, I don't know. You think, you guys like the Gen 9 story? Am I tripping? Is that an unpopular opinion of mine?
So here's where what I like about Gen 9. I don't like the story as a whole.
Okay.
I think Nomona's annoying as hell. I think she's annoying as hell.
I kind of like the Nomona.
I agree
I
that
don't hate her, but
I agree with Ryan. I would wish it was like filled with paradox moms in it.
Yes.
So here's where I like Gen 9 in the vacuum. Arvin's storyline is objectively good.
Okay, I'm with you.
The Kitakami story is objectively good, and I like the Blueberry Academy story.
That one I was mixed on, but I actually liked Kitakami a lot.
Yeah, I think those three are good. I think Team Star was dumb.
Yeah, I hated Team Star. That ruined a lot of the story for me.
Team Star, I think, was dumb. Clive was a little funny, like, twist. That's not a twist, right? It's like a little funny, like, throw in.
That one point where you battle him in the rain, or at least it was rain on my game, but he's like, actually, I'm Penny, or I'm Cassiopeia.
Cassiopeia.
I'm like, wait, what?
And you're like, dude, it's, as an adult, you're like, bro, it's Penny.
Wait, do you actually think kids fell for that?
Oh, my daughter has no idea. What, who, Clive?
Yeah, the whole, like, Clive and Clyde and that whole thing.
My daughter knows it's the director. She could tell by his face.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, kids have to know, right? Like,
yeah, no, it's, but for her, it's funny.
Okay, all right, I'm okay.
But like, she has no idea who Cassiopeia is.
Mm-hmm.
But I think what it is, it's team. I think they need a better focus on the evil team being evil. Because they haven't been evil since Gen 6.
Is that Sun and Moon?
And even then,
no, that's X and Y.
Sun and Moon, they were. I don't even.
They were just the gangsters. There was Guzma. I loved Guzma, by the way. I am a Guzma apologist. He did nothing wrong. I love Guzma.
Guzma did nothing wrong. But they were just dicks. They weren't. They had no goal. They were just dicks.
You're right. Yeah.
Team Yell was just stands.
So annoying.
They were making fan cams on Twitter.
Oh my god.
Need a good evil team again. Need a new. Yeah, I want a good evil team again.
Can I ask you something really quick before we leave this point?
Sure.
Do you think that the reason the teams aren't evil anymore is a change in society, or do you think that they just ran out of ideas? Like, do you think it's because, like, let's be real, when you and I were growing up and we were playing games, they were violent. Like, they were definitely a little bit more aggressive in terms of, like, what they were willing to show or, like, say. Like, I don't know if it's just a turn of the times and maybe they're like, we want to be even more kid friendly, and like, although I would also argue the professor being dead is also kind of like crossing into that threshold for them. I don't know. What do you think?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think you don't necessarily, like, the reason the rival's not a dick anymore is for kids, right? Because like it's like you said, right? It's like, it's a different time. I think people as a whole in society are more emotionally intelligent than ever before. Like, my daughter processes emotions in such an incredible way. Like, I don't want to get into it on stream, but like when I told her we were separating, watching my daughter process it was mind-blowing to me, because she wound up like putting like me and my baby mama's feelings before her own, and I was like, you were incredibly empathetic at 5 years old.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like watching her play through Kieran's story, right? She's currently incredibly upset that Kieran is mad at us. She's like, Kieran is my friend. She's like, yeah, we like kind of lied to him about Ogre Pond, but like, if I could apologize to him, I would. I want to go see Kieran again so he could be my friend again.
Oh, that's kind of cute, actually.
Yeah, so like that's where like to me it goes to like I think sort of the change in society, right?
Yeah.
Like kids, I think get things a little bit more. Oh, we 100% took Ogrepon from him, but that's also on him from being a lame stan. Yeah, no, the echo, it's something that happens in stream together on my end towards like the end of it. Like you started echoing a little bit. I can kind of hear your echo, but it's just streamed together.
That's so weird.
It's nothing else. Yeah, it's very weird.
I'll talk less.
No, please don't. But yeah, like that's sort of where like my head goes to it, right? Is like we have kids who are starting to understand things a little bit more. So like you don't want just necessarily, you necessarily don't want kids to just kind of like stay in that like emotional state, right?
That's
like
fair.
I know that's why there's no Gary anymore, because Gary was just berating us the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think like while Silver was a good rival, because towards the end of it he's like, wait a second, like my line of thinking was flawed. I should be nicer to my Pokemon. Like I think it's more of like the Nemona type I think works better as a rival for kids these days, where it's I'm your peak, buddy. Like we're gonna duke it out, we're gonna be head to head, I'm gonna push you to be better. Yeah. Because I think that sort of works better on a morality standpoint than anything else. And I think that's kind of where it's going. And I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing, but I want evil teams to have motives again. Like you could kind of see when it came to Gen 6, which I think is sort of the last evil team. The only person who was evil in Team Flare was Lysander or Lysandre, whatever you pronounce his name.
Lysander, I think. Yeah,
like where Team Flare thought they were the fashion mob. And they were so content being the fashion mob. And then Lysander said, hey, I'm gonna fucking nuke the world. Yep. We're all gonna die. And it was like, oh, hold on, buddy. It's like, oh, hold on. Like, I don't think Team Flare would have signed up for that, because they were just like, your outfits are lame as shit. I'm orange, bro. Yeah. Like that was them up until like you get to a sort of this bigger twist. And I think that's kind of what they are going on, right? Because it's like Arven, right? Like Arven, I'm with you. I think Arven as a whole is heavy. Like, I think, you know, sick dog we could all kind of relate to, and we all want to help the sick dog. But then you get to the end, and it's like, as far as we know, the kid doesn't have a dad. You know, we don't know where his dad is, but he's like, yo, my mom doesn't talk to me. Yeah. Like, I haven't heard from my mom in years, and the first time I hear her is she's telling me to go be an errand boy, like emotionless. Yeah. Like, that's heavy shit. Yeah. Like, if you're a kid who's from, like, a troubled home, that's gonna hit home really hard. No, that is. And then to cut to, like you were saying, like, you come back, and then it's like, wait, you're a robot. My mom's dead? That hit me. I gotta be honest with you. Pokemon has this problem where like the first 95% of the game is so child friendly, and then the last 5%, which is usually like the last 45 minutes of gameplay, they go hard. Like the whole Lusamine thing in Sun and Moon, it was like as soon as you get to that last part with Lusamine, the game just went like off the rails. The thing, and Eternatus with Rose, it's like you walk through and it's Leon does everything, and whether you like it or not, that's a separate story, but it's like there's nothing too crazy going on, and then you get to, oh my god, Eternatus is literally going to destroy the world. And then Area Zero, you step in, and I'm like, I wish Game Freak would take that energy and make it like at least 50% of the game, you know? Yeah, I would have loved if Paradox Pokemon were leaking out into the world more, right? That would have been cool. Maybe the last 2 Titans should have both been Paradox Pokemon, and like have something like change in the environment. Again, it's a Switch, so but like have something there to kind of lead us into Area Zero. Yeah. But until then, it's really it's the emotional beats of Arven is the only good story in base Scarlet and Violet. Yeah. And that's kind of like what I noticed like Pokemon likes to do is, like you said, like Pokemon kind of likes to like one crazy event happens in the game, but before then they'll usually try and do something to like tug on your heartstrings, like this is gonna like pull you in, like Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, like the Lusamine thing, like it goes off the rails, right? But until then, like it's really about Lily, right? It's Lily. It's about Lily, and it's like, guys, you're building up a Pokemon League, which I actually thought was a unique idea. We could always talk about Sun and Moon another time, but I'm actually a huge Sun and Moon stan.
That's one of my favorite Pokemon games. I recognize there's a lot of problems with it, but I did like, though, that it was like, oh yeah, you're going throughout these islands, you're doing these challenges, it's a different take on the series, and then blah blah blah. Oh wait, something weird's going on. Oh wait a minute, like what's going on with Lusamine? And then between the Lusamine and the Gladion thing, it like the twist that it was the sun. I mean, I guess you could argue you probably would have seen that. I didn't see that. I think it's because I wasn't really paying attention.
I didn't care.
Yeah, but it was like a nice little turn where I was like, actually, this last like section went kind of hard.
Yeah, and like again, it goes into it's just a girl and it's just a daughter and a son who are like, Mom, what the fuck? Like we're kids. We need our mom. Yeah, you know what I mean? And it's like I don't think that's an emotion that doesn't fail to resonate with anybody. You know what I mean? So I think that's kind of what like Pokemon's doing really good, is like playing on this, like I'm gonna grab this one heartstring that we could all relate to and I'm gonna yank on it. Yeah, I was like, crying with the AI professor. I'm not gonna lie, I cried at one point and I'm like, I can't believe I'm a grown-ass woman crying. Yeah, it was sad, right? Because it's like the AI professor is losing its mind, and it's also like, ah, by the way, I'm a fucking robot. Your dad's dead. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? So like, you're sitting there, you got to deal with this, dude. And then when the enemy like Koraidon and Miraidon came out, and then you're like, oh no, my Koraidon's gonna be your Koraidon. Like, this is the enemy. Like, that was so hype, and it like, and it's like dropped the ball from the top, and then it was so cool. I love that. That cutscene is so good. On top of that, it was our Koraidon, and it was like, that was the Koraidon that killed Arvin's dad. Yes, I know, and I'm like, oh my god. And I'm using it in battle now because it's in a Master Ball. I've got a parent killer on my team. That's what I'm talking about. Like, that shit goes so hard. So it's like, I know they're not necessarily afraid of like doing that, touching that type of content. Like the professor being dead, honestly, I didn't expect. I knew something was going on, but I'm like, there's no way that Pokemon goes that dark. And then when they did, and then also with the Area Zero thing, it just felt like there's so much potential there, and I guess they're just trying to cater to too much. I don't know. Yeah, but I'm with you. Like, there's a lot they're trying to do, and I think there's a lot they're just trying to average out, right? Yeah. And it's one of those things to me where like they're there. You know what I mean? They're very close. I think we're getting to the point where like part of it's about balancing it. I always look for like, what is something I can like latch onto, is like, this is good from a child's perspective. Because I know I said it in a comment when you were doing your podcast, but like, I think one thing that has to also be like noticed is like, when they're making these Pokemon games now, they're not thinking about us. Yeah. When they're thinking about us, they're thinking like, okay, how can I keep the competitive scene alive? Yes. Because we got boomers who've been playing this game since Gen 1. How do we keep the competitive scene going? What are the best quality of life changes we could do? But when like they're making the story and how to process through things, like they're not thinking of you and me. They're thinking of kids. No, like, you're right. Even like the Olive Roll Gym Challenge, my daughter had to hand me the controller because she's young, she's 5, she's getting better now, but at the time of that challenge, she was having such an issue of walking and turning the camera. That is tough, to be honestly. In her defense, that took me a long time too, but I agree. At the end of the day, we are and we're also not the prime target. We're the prime target to buy our kids the games. They want these kids to ask their parents, or they want parents that are longtime fans to keep that generation going. And, you know, the next generation, oh, what is this? All I see is the clip
not
says,
my
not my
dad. Hold on, I gotta click this.
I can only imagine what Bear has clipped me doing. It was sad, right? Because it's like the AI professor's losing its mind, and it's also like, by the way, I'm a fucking robot. Your dad's dead. You know what I mean?
Wait, that's so funny. I'm saying that to Mike right now. This is what you're missing.
The worst part is you called him out on it. He's still not here.
No, he's lurking right now. I told him no, he's lurking. He said he can't watch because he's busy, but he threw the stream open. So good guy, Mike.
Good guy, Falonzo.
Yeah, no, I agree with all that, and it's like I want to be the core demographic, but I also have to recognize, like, not that we're old, but we're not.
We are kind of, though.
Do you feel weird? Oh, hold on. Do you feel weird showing up to a regional or an event because of your age?
No.
Then I don't think we're old.
So,
For this.
Yeah. So like what I would say is I think there's sort of this understanding in Pokemon where like people are of a certain age, right? Like I'm like Wolf's like what? Wolf's 31.
I think he's 30.
Right? 31, 30. So like 30, the premier player of the game is roughly my age, right? Like I don't necessarily feel weird about going in there. The age ranges pretty wildly when I went to Toronto. What I loved is there was a VGC grandma who was there.
I love that.
It was just an old woman playing VGC. She was playing VGC, like clearly her kid was there. She wasn't doing well. I could see what tables she was at, right? But she was there and having a good time. And like chef's kiss. I love that. I love the fact that this community should be absolutely so inclusive. And I love the fact that the competitive scene generally feels like a very safe space for all humans to be in. I don't feel like I'm too old for it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It's also a very, like, I don't hide it. Like, on my Hinge profile, I have a picture of me, like, next to the Baxcalibur little thing they had at,
I love that.
At Toronto. Because it's like, I'm not going to hide it. Like, I genuinely consider myself, like, a good Pokemon player. I would probably...
It's part of you.
Yeah, being realistic, I would say I'm probably one of the top, like, 1,000 players in the world. Being cocky, I think I'm a top 500 player.
No, I believe in you. You got this. But I agree with you, though, with the dating profile thing. When I was on Hinge before I met Alex, I had a picture of me in a Santa hat and a Litten pretending to be Godmother. Okay? Like, literally.
Dude, and that's my thing. Like, I'm not ashamed of it.
Let me find it really quick.
I don't hide it.
You keep talking. Let me find it while you talk.
Yeah, like, I have definitely been, like, trying to punch up, and people have been like, hey, like, what was this picture? And I'm like, oh, this was me when I went to a Pokemon tournament trying to win $2,000. And then people be like, you did what? I'm like, yeah, no, like, I went to a children's tournament to try and win $2,000 because why wouldn't I?
Yeah. How do people normally respond to that, though? Like, do people, like, immediately close out, or are they just like, ooh, like, that's kind of cool?
It's only been brought up twice, and both times I'm like, listen, like, I know it's probably a little embarrassing, but this is like the extent of a nerd I am. And they're just like, and when I tell them, like, because obviously I'm not going to be humble, I'm like, oh yeah, I think I'm like a top 500 player in the world. They're like, that's actually impressive.
Yeah.
I'm like, thank you. Like, I don't expect you to fucking show up with me. Please don't. Especially if I suck. But like, I genuinely, she literally said, keep yapping, give me a sec.
Oh
but
my
like,
God.
it's one of those things. And yeah, Ryan's 100% like what it is, right? Like, I think culture has shifted dramatically where people want you to be into what you're into. You know, like, I was having like a conversation with someone, and they were just like, no, like why would I be ashamed of somebody having their hobbies? You know what I mean? I'm like, that's awesome. Like, that's cool. I like that we're getting to this shift where like I'm not like embarrassed by it. And again, on top of that, it's like, yo, like it's a bonding thing for me and my kid. And if you have a problem with that, go take a long walk off a short pier. Yeah. I don't care.
No, I agree. So I have a picture of my stream right now of me on my dating profile. It's you have to go look. Oh, actually, I'll just send it to you. Hold on, I can just Discord it to you. So it's we were filming a Godfather video, but I'm like the God sister. And so, you know, in The Godfather, it starts with him petting a cat. Oh, I love that. That's amazing. No, that's the thing. Yes, you have to highlight this shit because Alex saw it and he goes, oh, so she likes Pokemon, so she likes games. She's a little nerdy, but also like she has a sense of humor, you know, like it showed off and I'm not going to hide it. That's the thing. When I was like dating around, like I'm not going to hide the fact that I'm a nerd because if you don't like that, I don't want you in my life. Yeah. You know?
And like straight up, if a girl messages me and goes, yo, that's a picture of you and Baxcalibur, I'm buying every fucking dinner. I'm buying every goddamn dinner.
I love it. I love it. I love it. But yeah, that's the thing, right? Yeah. So it's like you got to be yourself like organically and don't hide yourself. That's another thing too, not to get like too into like the dating thing and whatever, but when I was younger, I didn't think this way. I was like, I have to hide that I play Pokemon. And I did for a very long time because not even just in dating, actually, just in general, you know, I hit a certain age and I said to myself, she said you built like 60.
That's gonna be
so
like
good.
me flexing Ryan. That's a flex
so
picture.
good. You know what I'm saying though? Like I went through a long period of time where I did not tell people I like Pokemon, and if somebody asked, I always was like, well, I used to. And then see what they say.
Oh, the Pokeyap.
The Pokeyap. So am I doing 2 podcasts now?
God. Dial. I should have been fucking marketing. Oh my god.
Oh my god,
what
the
is wrong with me?
Pokeyap.
I'm a
The
wasted talent.
Oh my god, dude. This is a really good discussion though. I like it. And I like that we have a lot of people talking too to like give us their opinions as well.
Yo, guys, would you be interested if me and Dial did this?
I would be 110%
I mean, we're doing
down.
it. You guys are still here.
I do it with Mike and Ryan. I just pick a different night and I'll do it. I'm down.
And we'll just do the Pokeyap.
The Pokeyap. Well, that's the thing too is like like Mike and Ryan don't play as much Pokemon anymore. They just play like straight up casually. So it's like, no, we hate it. Thanks, Bear. But like I need to vet my Pokemon stuff. Because they listen, but they don't play the game, so they don't fully like get what I'm trying to get at, you know? And I don't want to waste their time with Pokemon because they just don't play as much anymore. I'm down. We could chat after this. But
yeah, no, 100%.
No, but
I also don't want to be that guy, but I think we gotta call it on a wrap because my
that's fine. Oh no, that's all good. No worries. Okay, well, thanks everyone. Thank you so much for doing the co-stream, by the way. I'm sorry we didn't play, but I actually really liked our Yap session. So
I genuinely liked it. Listen, the Pokeyap has been birthed.
Yo, the Pokeyap. Yo, you guys are the OGs right now in the chat.
Facts, you all were here for the birth of the Pokeyap, and I'm in.
I'm down. Thank you guys so much, and thank you again, Moxie, for all of your help, like promoting and everything. I think I should hit my affiliate now. Hopefully that'll be a quick turnaround. So I appreciate everybody for all the follows. I honestly got way more followers than I thought I was gonna get. So thank you guys.
Yeah, we also we got a raid into John.
Yes,
that is the rules.
I am 100% because I felt so bad the other day because when I was signing off, I'm like, I have to raid John. And then I was so busy signing off, I got distracted and forgot to raid. So this is what's happening right here.
Yes.
Raid channel.
You let me know. We'll count it. Well, actually, I'm gonna press the. Let me know when you press the button. I'm gonna press the button because then there's a 9-second countdown.
Okay, Brawlic John. Oh, I see it. Okay, you count down.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Click the button.
Go,
guys,
everybody,
thank you
go.
so much for coming out.
Thank you.
And, no, you gotta wait a minute. It's gotta load.
Oh.
Yeah, you gotta wait. Guys, thank you all so much for coming out. I really appreciate you all. Thank you for helping us push Dial over the edge. Thank you for keeping her tab. Everybody, I love you. I want you all to have a wonderful night. Here's a little goodbye smooch.
Okay, bye-bye. Okay, cool. I think everybody's rated over now. I think.